Welcome, everyone. Greetings. Welcome to Progressive Discussions. I'm your host, James P. Madonna, as seen on the web since 2007, doing this progressive talk, hard-hitting truth. One of my special guests for later, if he comes on, and longtime friend, Mr. Clean himself, Joseph Salza. How are you, sir? How is everybody? How's everybody's week? It's the end of April 2023 already. How fast the months go by. And knock on wood, the weather's been perfect up here. You know, the weather's been really good. I like it colder though. Hey, good morning, Masumi. Good morning, Masumi from Japan. You leave home soon to go to the workplace. Yeah, I know you run a salon in Japan, outside of Tokyo, and it is now 9:05 a.m. Sunday in the region of Tokyo, which is southeastern Japan. So good morning to you, Mesumi, and thank you for stopping by and saying hello. Um, I'll be sending out the links after 9 p.m. You're very welcome, Mesumi. You're very welcome. Okay, let me get on. Let me start off with a light subject. Actually, I think it's funny, to be honest with you. I think it's really funny. Oh man. Let's see if everything's okay here. Has to do with baseball. I think it's hilarious the way it's worded. So let me do the share screen. All right. So here. Okay. No, I'm not subscribing to shit. Yankees great Derek Jeter was quote Costanza unquote as Marlins CEO ex-team executive says. Costanza, and then I looked at his bald head and I read the article, and it was pretty hilarious. You know, as in George Costanza from Seinfeld. Derek Jeter, CEO of the Miami Marlins, watches batting practice before a baseball game against the Philadelphia Phillies. Okay, he's scratching his head. Turns out nearly everybody has curbed their enthusiasm for the captain as a baseball executive. I guess he sucks. Former Florida Marlins executive David Sampson became the latest to mock the Yankees' great Derek Jeter's futile time as minority owner and CEO of the Marlins. In an interview with Front Office Sports, Sampson compared Jeter's front office skills to lazy and clueless Seinfeld character George Costanza, who spent his days avoiding work at Yankee Stadium. Okay. Jeter was able to bring in all his own people, and he thought that everything that I did was bad, Sampson said. So he erased anything I had done and figured he could do George Costanza, which is opposite day. Anything I did, he did the opposite and assumed it would work. He he assumed that he could get a bigger TV deal. He assumed he could get a big naming rights deal and he'd get tons of season ticket holders that he would make the team a winning team. And after 4 years, I think he realized that being a shortstop and being an executive are two totally different things. And I think he realized quickly that being a pitchman for Subway was probably going to be more up his alley than running the team every day and being accountable for that. Yeah, I agree. After a Hall of Fame playing career, Jeter ran the Marlins from 2017 to 2022. Fox Sports recently announced that Jeter is joining the network as a studio analyst, but his tenure has been widely criticized. New Jersey native and former Major League Baseball manager Jack McKeon was one of the first to tell the world Jeter was a lousy front office executive. Fans have told the team they want the home run sculpture that Jeter removed returning to the ballpark. Okay, Sampson said he learned he was fired by an ESPN News alert after the team was sold to Derek Jeter. I would have stayed on. I had a contract to stay on, Sampson said. I got a text alert from ESPN.com that I've been fired. I called Derek and said, hey, I just got an alert that I'm actually fired. He said, oh, yeah, I didn't get to you. I'm sorry. Oh, man. He added Derek Jeter was the perfect person to buy a team because he didn't use his money, Sampson said. And he had someone in the name of Bruce Sherman who let him do anything he wanted with absolutely no accountability. And if you can get that kind of job, you might as well go get it. Several media outlets reported that Jeter left the Marlins because he was frustrated that team chairman Bruce Sherman reneged on a promise to spend more money on players' salaries. Huh. Yankees add outfield depth by signing a slugger with 33 homers season on a resume. Yeah, who's that? Somebody from Texas? Cole Calhoun? Oh. Oh, the Yankees have plenty of money to throw around. Cole Calhoun. Okay. Haystacks Calhoun. He was a 600-pound old-time professional wrestler, Haystacks Calhoun. The Grand Wizard of Wrestling used to call him Haystacks Balloon. I'm going to do a little Chiseler's Hall of Shame. Let me see if it does it here. Interesting. Now, when I was reading this article on my Android phone, it pulled the bait and switch. Let me see if it does the same thing on my desktop. Make this one here. All right, there you go. We finally know why insects are attracted to lights. Artificial light doesn't actually attract insects, but instead interferes with the control systems they use to orientate their body when flying. Okay. Here. I guess moths going towards a light because moths are nocturnal. We finally have a good explanation for why insects gather around artificial lights, and it isn't because they are attracted to them. Our results suggest artificial lights may only trap passing insects rather than attract them directly from farther away. Right, Samuel Fabian at Imperial College London and his colleagues in a paper on the BioRxiv preprint server. Oh, really? Okay. All right, I'm going down. So here you go. Bait and switch. Even with articles, they're doing it now. There you go. See? They tease you. You're reading the article, and then it's the rest of the article is all blurred out. Okay? Because they want you to subscribe. Okay? Where's the rest of the article? There it is. Shame on you. New scientists But I'm not just blaming New Scientist. I'm blaming many online publications that are doing the same thing, using the very old, sleazy, underhanded retail uh, scheme trick of bait and switch, and they're doing it with articles now. So there you are. That was the point I was trying to make. Huh. All right. Well, this might be. I'm gonna have to. Has to do with Tesla and solid state batteries. All right. Got it. Um, of course, they're bombarding me with advertisements. Um, Tesla and EV, I guess, electric vehicle expert Sandy Munro, solid state batteries are kiss of death for gas cars. Also, how China's uh, BYD EV manufacturer may win 30% of our market. Yeah, what else is new? Well, American companies have themselves to blame. They wanted cheaper labor. They wanted anything as close to slave labor as they can get. Tear down Titan. Sandy Munro went viral for criticizing certain aspects of early Teslas he tore down, with some of those criticisms potentially helping inspire the gigacastings in use today. More recently, he's made no secret of his admiration for Tesla's battery and inverter technology. I don't like it because it doesn't it doesn't have the range. It doesn't have the range that is required to totally replace the internal combustion gas engine. I think the longest range is around 300 miles, and it takes too damn long to charge one of those lithium batteries. Takes an hour to completely charge that battery. People, especially Americans, are not going to hang out for an hour to fill her up with their electric vehicles. Okay. um, okay. Okay. Tesla's no secret of his admiration for Tesla's battery and inverter technology, especially in comparison with the myriad other EVs his company has torn down for analysis. Sandy recently shared his thoughts on the state of the EV and battery tech industries with attendees at the SAE World Congress 2023. And our chief Detroit Bureau nerd was there taking notes. Tesla's 4680 battery, best in class. I wonder if this guy's being paid off by um, Elon Musk to give two thumbs up for his vehicle. Monroe and Associates has analyzed all the lithium-ion battery packs on the market today and declares the 4680 best of the current breed, based on patents Tesla purchased from Canadian startup Spring Power for $3. Huh? Their chemistry remains NMC with a graphite anode, but a novel dry electrode manufacturing process helps shrink the manufacturing footprint to one-third relative to the 2170 cells it replaces. It packs 6 times the power, 5 times the energy, and boosts range by 16%. Well, at least it's improving. But I know there's a new revolutionary battery waiting in the wings to replace the lithium battery. What about solid state? The, the Tesla 4680 battery's electrolyte does not qualify as solid state, but it may surprise you as it did us. That solid state batteries have been in production vehicles for some time. Don't get excited. Quebec's Hydro's Blue Solutions and Bolloré combined their 1,700 lithium metal polymer battery patents to form a company called LMP to commercialize fully solid-state batteries. The hitch is their current design operates at 176 degrees Fahrenheit, so they're currently only used in heavy-duty fitments like buses. Yeah, but they're showing a charging station. Takes too long. No, photos of the battery. Here's a bus, 100% battery electric. The batteries are improving. There is no doubt about it. Without getting into engineering details, I haven't seen a 100% electric battery bus, but they either do exist or they're waiting very soon to be mass produced, which I think is great. I mean, for the pollution issues, but my greatest joy is to see all those crooks that have been ripping multitudes of people off for many decades, and that's the auto repair shops with the internal combustion engine and all of its moving parts. Okay, here it talks about its party trick is bonding lithium nanowires to a silicone base without glue. It just forcibly embedded them. Obviously, these batteries are priced for 70,000 foot altitude aircraft, but perhaps with time and production experience, the technology will find its way down to Earth. Here we go. CATL announced a revolutionary condensed matter semi-solid state battery with an energy density of 500 watts per kilogram. I don't know if I'm reading it right. That's suitable for electric passenger aircraft. Electric? Compare with a class-leading Tesla Model S. Yes, I don't want to get into too much complex engineering talk here. Of course, China will do it. Will manufacture it because they have the cheap labor. Yeah, they all want to work, they all want to be entrepreneurs, and they all want to be millionaires. Something we used to have here in the States. Yeah. You know what we used to have in the States before Ronald Reagan? The rich paying their fair share in income taxes. How do you like that? I don't mind people succeeding with their business and becoming billionaires, but pay your damn fair share in taxes instead of stiffing the middle class and putting the tax burden on the middle class. All right, I got a bunch of photos and blah, blah, blah. Can't beat science. Technology advances very rapidly, as we all know, with the smartphone and the laptop, the tablet, and the desktop computers. Today's new technology is next year's obsolescence. Okay, I don't want to overwhelm you with too much mumbo jumbo, but you get the gist of it. You get the gist of it. What about this? What's this all about? Oh, federal prosecutors have considered 4 possible charges against Hunter Biden. Oh boy. All right, let's bring it up. Got some nice organic green tea with peppermint and 2 lemon wedges. You jabroni jumbalonis. I'm sure all you booze hounds are not interested. Anyway, my right hand man, one of my right hand men, uh, Jason Cleveland of Seattle, Washington, was going to be on the show, but he is at a Seattle Mariners game with his family. The Mariners are playing National League St. Louis Cardinals, I believe. All right. What do we got here? Okay. Possible charges are 2 misdemeanor counts for failure to file taxes. Oh, a single felony count of tax evasion. Yeah, what else is new? Look at Trump avoiding taxes. They all avoid taxes. The rich. And a felony count related to a gun purchase. So they seem like nitpicky charges for NBC to make a big deal about them with federal prosecutors. Oh, for God's sake. Is that what this is about? The whistleblower that blew the whistle on Hunter Biden about all these little nitpicky misdemeanors and the purchasing of a firearm and tax evasion. Well, just let the IRS do their thing. Get him to pay up. That's all. It reminds me of back in the day when they threw Martha Stewart in the federal penitentiary for owing the IRS $40,000. There was something else going on there. $40,000 to a very wealthy at that time. Martha Stewart is like you giving like a $5 tip in a restaurant. It's a drop in a bucket. There was something else. going on with that. I'm not going to read this because the charges are, in my opinion, insignificant. They're small. The Republicans are behind this. They're nitpicking because they'll do anything to get rid of Democrats and their compassion and empathy towards the poor. The right wing Republicans have always waged war against the poor, always. They hate the poor. They have a hatred towards the poor. I don't know why. Uh, okay, this is concerning AOC and the debt ceiling. Okay. I like the way she puts it. She has a way with words. Excuse me. Yeah. There we go. Oh, thanks. Okay. AOC says Republicans are too much of a mess to negotiate with Democrats on the budget and debt ceiling. Negotiating with that is like trying to nail jello to a tree. Yeah, near impossible. Oh my goodness. Could she put on? I mean, she's a very cute girl, but could she put on any more makeup? Women do that. Women do that. Okay. Um, what's all this? Kevin McCarthy this week unveiled a bill to raise the debt ceiling, but some GOPers have pushed back. AOC wrote on Instagram that Democrats should not be negotiating with Republicans right now. You can't negotiate with them because they don't compromise with you. There is no bipartisan compromising. It's not going to happen. They have to win all the time. They have to have their own. They need to get their own way. Otherwise, they take tantrums. Republicans are too much of a mess right now to do so. She wrote. Okay. Oh, that was. Oh, there we go. Representative Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez thinks Democrats should stay out of the GOP's chaotic internal debate over the debt ceiling. On Wednesday, House Speaker Kevin McCarthy finally unveiled the text of his bill to raise the debt ceiling in exchange for $4.5 trillion in budget cuts, and he plans to bring it to a House floor vote next week. Since January, McCarthy and President Joe Biden have been at odds over the best approach to raise the debt ceiling and prevent the U.S. from a financial catastrophic default. Okay. McCarthy wants to negotiate a deal to raise the debt ceiling that would include a variety of spending cuts, including banning student loan forgiveness and bolstering work requirements for welfare programs, while Biden has been adamant that Democrats will not negotiate over keeping the country out of default. You see how Republicans attack the poor right off the bat? and blame the poor for the country's debt instead of blaming the severely bloated military budget, which is where most of American taxpayers go. I think it's over 60% of the budget. Instead, they attack the poor that depend on programs that make up maybe like 2% of the budget. I mean, a very small percentage. But they right away they blame the poor because they're evil scumbags. Um, but now that McCarthy has released the legislation, some members of his own party have not been fully on board. And in light of that, Ocasio Cortez said Democrats should definitely not negotiate with McCarthy. Republicans are too much of a mess right now to do so. I think she's being very kind by saying they're too much of a mess. I couldn't control my vocabulary. I can't if I was elected. She wrote in response to a question on the topic on her Instagram story. Republicans can't even get their own party behind one plan, let alone both parties. Negotiating with that is like, here we go again, trying to nail jello to a tree. What is there to even negotiate, she said. McCarthy is a mess. Well, the whole party is there. She added, which of course is how this whole thing started. The situation is very concerning, honestly, because mess or not, the GOP was elected to govern and they really cannot. They don't govern. They don't. What do they do? The only thing they do is the bidding of the oligarch and the big corporations that grease their palms during their campaigns, the campaign contributions and the bribes, which they wholeheartedly accept. Okay. And I'm not just picking on Republicans, also corporatist Democrats. Um, trying to see if there's anything else. Yeah, that's it. I try to cut out the mumbo jumbo. I don't want to. I don't want to burden you people with mumbo jumbo. I'm almost finished, Ronnie S. Greetings to you, Ronnie S. And Feliz Sabado. That's Happy Saturday in Spanish. All right. The debt ceiling. My ceiling is really nice. I got big LED light fixtures right in the ceilings of every room. What the hell's the matter with you people? What the hell's the matter? Oh, this is interesting. What the hell's the matter with you people out there? Oh, this is a very popular um, uh, current breaking news issue. And I'll show you what it is. Now, I hope Jason Cleveland notices a difference in my video because I have disengaged all, and I repeat, all of the automatic everything. It's just straight old-fashioned high-definition webcam. No more automatic focus, no more automatic lighting and coloration and this and that and the other thing. This is an experiment to see how it goes. And with my eyeballs right now, it actually looks better. I don't see any blurriness that I got with automatic focus or focus. How do you pronounce it, Ronnie S? Focus or focus? Focus, I'm sorry, F-O. Automatic focus. Okay, this is a very popular issue, my friends. After this, I have one more. And then I send out the links to the panelists that are meant to be for tonight's progressive discussions. Samuel Alito used his dissent in the abortion pill ruling to call out 3 justices in an act of judiciary theater. Scoitus Scoitus expert says. Okay. Supreme Court Justices Samuel Alito and Alana Kagan testified about the court's budget during a hearing of the House Appropriations Committee's Financial Services and General Government Subcommittee, March 7, 2019, in Washington, D.C. There they are. The Supreme Court ruled to uphold FDA approval of the abortion pill on Friday. Good. Justices Clarence Thomas and Samuel Alito publicly dissented, with Alito writing an opinion. Yeah, because they think that life begins at conception. They're fools. They're not. Republicans do not believe in science. Proven facts. A SCOTUS expert said it appeared Alito was accusing 3 female justices of hypocrisy. All right. A Supreme Court ruling on Friday assured the abortion pill. Let me see if I can pronounce this. Mifepristone can still be purchased and used in the United States, freezing a lower court ruling that would have effectively banned access to the pill. Well, I wonder what kind of side effects it has. It has to be safe. 2 justices, Clarence Thomas and Samuel Alito, publicly dissented. Fuck them. With the latter writing an opinion in which he called out 3 female justices by name, including fellow conservative Justice Amy Coney Barrett, in an apparent act of judiciary theater. Scott Lemieux, a professor of political science at the University of Washington and an expert on the Supreme Court and constitutional law, told Insider, don't mind it, is that, the usual false alarm, car alarms. The case came to the court after a judge in Texas ruled to suspend the Food and Drug Administration's more than 20-year-old approval of the drug, mifepristone. The Biden administration asked the Supreme Court to grant an emergency request that would protect the FDA approval while the case is still being litigated. Yeah, it has to do with the religious fanatical cult of that Republicans follow. the evangelical cults that thinks that life begins at foetalization. Because it was an emergency request, the case was reviewed under what is known as the court shadow docket, where they rule on procedural matters. Cases that are considered on the shadow docket do not get the same level of review as other cases, meaning the decisions are accompanied by little or no explanation and often lack clarity on which justices are in the majority or minority, according to the Brennan Center for Justice. Indeed, while the court said they were granting the Biden administration's request, no explanation was provided by the majority as to why. The ruling did not specify how most of the justices voted or even how many justices voted in favor. Both Thomas and Alito elected to note their dissents, with only one of them explaining why. For part of his reasoning, Alito focused on the shadow docket itself. He wrote that the court has previously been criticized for shadow docket decision making and specifically called out three female justices, Elena Kagan, Sonia Sotomayor, and Barrett, citing rulings in which they previously objected to using the shadow docket. It's going on and on about the docket. That's it. That's enough. That's enough. We all know what the deal is with Republicans trying to stop a 20-year studied and tested and FDA-approved abortion pill. We all know what it is. It's their right-wing religious fanaticism, which is not based on any science or proven facts. Okay, so docket or no docket, fuck it, docket, whatever you want to, that's what it comes down to. A person's perception is not evidence. Oh, this is the last one, and it's an interesting one at that. You know, everybody, they're all crying and bitching and moaning about politics and grocery prices, but when you see this article, you're going to quickly prioritize this over everything people complain about. The last of the Mohegans is coming up. Okay, let me enlarge this article. I don't know why I have to keep enlarging the articles, because I already enlarged it once. Okay, pencil neck geeks, programmers. I'll tell you a story. Speaking of pencil neck geeks, I have a bone to pick with Zuckerberg, but and with the pencil neck geek that owns StreamYard. But what else is new, right? Okay, here we go. Massive 101-foot asteroid, 2023 HQ, zooming towards Earth at a speed of 26,261 kilometers per hour. NASA issues warning. A gigantic 101-foot asteroid named 2023 HQ is all set to make its closest approach to Earth today. Okay, They're not saying collision. They're saying closest approach, but apparently too close for comfort. Okay. April 22nd is when the warning was given by NASA. All right. Here's a lovely artist's image. Oh, by the way, the space program was successful in their diversion of that other asteroid as a test model for it. Space is a dangerous place. It is filled with a massive number of gigantic and high-speed celestial bodies moving in random directions, and some of them pose a big threat to the Earth. Just a couple of days ago, an asteroid exploded over the skies of Europe. This is why space agencies such as NASA have doubled down on planetary defense measures. Last year, the Double Asteroid Redirection Test, which is known as DART, mission was conducted successfully, and now NASA has begun construction of the Near Earth Object, NEO, Surveyor Space Telescope, which will scan the inner solar system in the infrared spectrum to look for any potentially dangerous asteroids. And now, NASA reveals that a mammoth 101-foot asteroid is going to visit our planet from a dangerously close distance. The risk is, if it gets trapped by the Earth's gravitational pull, there could be a huge disaster. Well, they have to try to deflect it. Last year, the spacecraft, the unmanned spacecraft that deflected the test asteroid was much farther away. This asteroid is coming in close, so they better fire it off and do it. Massive asteroid moving towards the Earth. NASA reports on an asteroid have given us significant information on what to expect. Yeah, and again, they're repeating themselves. The asteroid is named 2023 HQ, and it was first spotted on April 16th of this year. First spotted? It's kind of sort of the last minute, isn't it? As per the Small Body Database, the Jet Propulsion Laboratory website tells us that the asteroid is going to come as close as 5.8 million kilometers to the Earth. While this might seem like a huge distance to some, the Center for Near-Earth Object Studies data might shock you. According to them, the asteroid is traveling at a mind-numbing speed of 26,261 kilometers per hour. Oh boy. However, the current NASA prediction states that the asteroid will likely make a safe passage across the planet, yet for precautionary reasons, the asteroid is being monitored by the Wide Field Infrared Survey Explorer telescope. I'm not going to be reading every damn abbreviation. Screw them. This tech marvel is a space telescope that has been tasked with monitoring all nearby space rocks in the inner circle of the solar system. Okay, and this is the end, thank God. It is very interesting to understand how this tech actually works. Ever since NASA became aware of the risk of near Earth objects, it has dedicated itself to tracking and monitoring as many space rocks in the inner circle of the solar system as possible, using the prowess of JPL and Wide Field Infrared Survey Explorer, telescope. The U.S. Space Agency collects data for over 20,000 asteroids. All right. I told you the last article will be interesting. I told you so. Um, okay. Now it is time to present the links and see who is out there. And you just have to bear with me. You have to bear with me. Okay. All right. And let's see now. Yes. Okay. And then bear with me. He's going to be, Mr. Clean is going to be at his son's house at that time. But I thought Mr. Clean told me he is going to be very free and available on the weekend. That's what I thought. Oh, well. Okay, I have to do something. It'll only take me 10 seconds. Well, that's what I thought. That's what I thought. That's what I thought he said. That because of his new job, he's going to be free. You know? Many people give me their availability and they seem really positive about their availability. And then when the time comes, they're not that available. Really. Unbelievable. Anyway, the links are out there. And I'm trolling. I got a really good fishing lure. Okay, I'm trolling off the back of the cabin cruiser, and the fishing lure is the link to join progressive discussions, and I will see who bites the lure and who comes on, as opposed to people that are full of shit. South of the border, down Mexico way. Said others. I'm trying to think of that other song. Western Mike. Western Mike. Greetings, Western Mike. Feliz Sabado. Happy Saturday to you. Oh, man. You know what? Damn it. I'm going to have... I got it on my phone. I have to... if it plays in my head and I try to memorize it, there's so much that goes on that I just forget about it. Theme song to the dating game. Here we go. Yeah, you're right. Hey, Jason Cleveland. Okay. Okay. Got it. Finally got it. Mr. Clean is the one who told me, because of his wonderful new job, that he is going to be very free on the weekends. Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to be very free and available on the weekends. Yeah, I could join the show. Yeah. He tells me over on the Red Pill Man Cave chat group that he's going to be at his son's house. He's dodging me, man. Unbelievable. Well, anyway, Mr. Jason Cleveland, this is my video. No automatic focus, no automatic lighting, no automatic video enhancement. It's just straight, plain, old fashioned, high definition webcam. And from what I could see, I don't see a problem. I mean, I don't see anything wrong with it. I don't know. I have to get your take on it. You're probably going to watch the show after it's over, and it might be over early tonight. Yeah, where the fuck is he? He's the guy that says he's going to be very free and available on the weekends. Where is Mr. Clean? He told me he's at his son's house. He's dodging my show, man. So now I have to send a link to Paul Anthony Mantia. All right, there we go. Let's see. Let me see if Paul's around. Oh, you know who else? Hold on. I sent it to Mick Von Raven. He says he's going to be free this weekend. He says if I send him the link by way of text, that's the easiest and quickest way for me to send him a message is by text. And that's what I did. So the moral of the story is I can't take anyone's word for anything. You can't rely on any humanoid these days. Can't do it. It's unfortunate. I'm a dying breed. I'm one of the very few people that says what he means and means what he says. And if I tell you I'm going to be there at a certain time, you can bet your bottom dollar I am going to be there. And I might even be there early. And if there's an emergency, I will call you way ahead of time to let you know. It's called being considerate. So I decided I'm not going to get upset. I'm not going to let it upset me. I'm not going to start cursing and screaming and I'm going to be calm, keep my composure. And I know that Eric Fraunfelter, Thomas Metal 75, is not going to be home. He's going to a comedy show to see a certain comedian. He's not going to be home. At least he told me. Western Mike told me that Thursdays doing the show on a weekdays is iffy. he said that Saturday is best. Saturday night is best. Um, I do a show Sunday afternoon for those that are watching. Um, it's called Red Pill Man Cave. I started at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. It's a fun show. I usually start it at I start it with the Commodore Jeff Zambella. We get the show going. Um, Sometimes Geordie from Scotland joins us. Depending on what's going on with him. And usually Mick Von Raven joins us because if he has a date, it's usually Saturday night, and he's free on Sunday, so he joins. But last time he had there was some kind of a festival, music festival or something. It was with rock bands. It was a daytime festival. So he went. So he wasn't available on Sunday. Now he told me about this girl that he met, and I saw red flags right away. He saw red flags right away, but I I think he's not. I don't think he's paying close attention to the red flag because if you went out with this girl tonight, I know she's going to be nothing but trouble, and he even told me she's going to be trouble. Another girl that's going to be trouble. You know what I mean? It's like one after the other. Drama right from the get go. Aggravation, drama should never happen right away. It should always, it usually happens after you, if you marry them. So he most likely, despite the red flag, he most likely dated, went out with her because he's a very horny guy and he wants to get laid. And this is a problem. I have to be honest. This is a problem with many men today of all ages. They are desperate to get laid. So they'll avoid the fact that a woman is totally wrong for them. Totally wrong for them. And they'll get their lives will get all complicated and loaded with stress, drama, and more stress and more drama. And they'll get entangled with a person that deep down they know is not compatible with them, or they're damaged goods. They're bad news, damaged goods, red flags. But they'll do it because they're they gotta get laid. It's like they can't be celibate. They can't like say no. They just can't say no. I don't care how good looking the girl is. If she's if she is giving you problems, an alpha male will straighten her out and give his honest opinion right at the beginning. I don't care. I don't care. I'm not a sycophant. I don't brown nose anybody for anything. Anything. Man, woman, or beast. I never liked the. I never. I never liked the national anthem that they chose, Francis Scott Key. Um, I think there are some others that are better. Um, how's it go? America, America, God shed His grace on me. Anyway, I don't know. What about the song that Hulk Hogan came out to? That's way better than the national anthem. I am a real American. Fight for the rights of every man. I am a real American. Fight for your rights, fight for your life. Dun, 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 dun. I that song is very inspirational. That's like the Rocky song. It really gets you going. That should be the new national anthem. Yet, and believe me, Joe Biden needs all the blessings he can get. Pray for the man because he's old, man, and he's old and he's getting fragile and he's showing his age, and just pray for him and send him a ton of blessings. Because let me tell you, God forbid, you know, um, Kamala Harris is not suitable to be president of the United States. Okay. Now, hey, ooh, Ronnie S. You you used to always be available Saturday night. Where the hell are you? I gotta do this every Saturday. I'm just gonna put the show on hiatus. I'm gonna take a break. I'm gonna put the show on the back burner and just do the Sunday show because I'm tired of this. I send the links out, and certain people say they're free, they're available. I send the links out, and they don't come on. But if some alcoholic is doing a booze review show, they all come running. Mr. Clean, hey, I'm at my son's house. Yeah, he's really free on the weekends now. Really free. I was thinking of just getting rid of that Red Pill Man Cave chat group on WhatsApp, just terminating it because I don't have any patience for people that don't stand by what they tell me. You know, I'm gonna give it 5 more minutes. 5 more minutes, and then I'm gonna close out the show and call it a night. I was all ready to have Mr. Clean, Mick Von Raven, Ronnie Simpson, Western Mike, um, uh, Paul Anthony Mantia, and me. That's six. That's six. I can't have any more than six because I have the free version. I'm not going to pay this pencil neck geek that owns StreamYard for the professional account. I'm not going to do it. And with the professional account, you can have up to 10 people. But could you imagine what kind of mayhem that would be? That'll be like running a switchboard operator. That'll be like total chaos. People talking at the same time, having 10 people. I know. Eric Fraunfelter does it with Wildcard Wednesday. He has the professional version. And he not only manages a lot of people on video, but he does special effects and he does it. He's very good at it. You know, he just brings the special effects up really fast and comedy and like animations and cartoons. He's really quite good at it. But he's the one who's the drummer for the gothic heavy metal band Oxblood Forge, and I'm very happy with their success. They've been getting a lot of gigs, and they're doing well. Okay, I'm going to see if Mick Von Raven left me a message. Like he said, he can leave me a message if I contact him on text. Now, apparently, I cannot reliably contact him on text either. He says, "Oh, don't bother. Don't. Facebook Messenger is not the best. WhatsApp is not the best. Emailing is not the best. The best is text. Text me. Send me the link on text. There you go. The link's on text. Nothing. 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 All right. Let me check the Red Pill Man Cave. The roof closed since it started raining. Well, yeah. Seattle. You guys are supposed to get more rain than us. We got rain today. Tonight, rather. Getting ready for a great matchup. I never liked the interleague playing. I never liked interleague playing. Let the American League play the American League teams.
I can't even fucking hear shit. Who are you on with? I can't hear a fucking thing.
Could you hear me now?
I could barely hear you. My volume's all the way up too. Wait, hold on. Oh wait, no, it wasn't. Okay. I got it.
Check your microphone.
I'm over here by my son's house. He's over here. Kevin, say hi, man.
Tell him, give him my regards.
Yeah, he said hi.
Hi.
Can you see him?
Yeah, he's far away. He's got a big place.
We're gonna watch the fight.
Which fight is this?
It's pay-per-view.
What is it? UFC or regular boxing?
I think it's What's PBC? What the fuck is PBC? What is it? No, what's PBC, Kevin? This is like a lightweight fight.
Oh, okay. Okay. Gotcha.
Oh, you're making.
So lightweight. Oh, you mean like when Roberto Duran used when you what kind of Wi-Fi you got?
Oh yeah, wait a minute. Wait.
You're breaking up.
What kind of what?
What kind of Wi-Fi do you have?
Oh, I'm not on my Wi-Fi. Oh shit. Wait, hold on. Hold on, I gotta put it on.
Well, anyway, folks, this is the one and only Mr. Clean. He's now residing in Jacksonville, Florida, originally from Paterson, New Jersey. I know him personally. Jason asked me if I knew you personally, face to face, in person, personally, and I said yes, I do for a long time. He didn't have his Wi-Fi on, so how was he? How was he connecting to StreamYard? I guess he was turning his Wi-Fi on. See, so if somebody is free on weekends, nowadays it doesn't necessarily mean they're free on weekends. There he is. Looks, you look clearer.
I know, because I had to hook up to. I hooked up to his Wi-Fi.
Yeah, your phone. You got the hotspot. I mean the hotspot on your phone
Oh, actually,
hooked up to his Wi-Fi.
actually, I could have just used the hotspot. I could just try that too.
Yeah, the hotspot. Well, I think that's what the hotspot's supposed to do. Like if you're somewhere and somebody and there's Wi-Fi nearby.
Yeah, because because I had it off.
Like
Hmm.
like one time I walked into a Dunkin' Donuts and they hooked up my phone hooked up with their Wi-Fi and
Yeah.
their Wi-Fi is pretty good. And then
Yep.
like even fast food has Wi-Fi sometimes.
Yeah. Everybody.
They all got it, you know, unless the business is like really lame and cheap bastards,
Yeah.
But
Where's
yeah,
this other guy? Where's that guy? What's his name?
Mick Von Raven told me he's free. He's gonna be free this week. We're gonna be real free this weekend. Yeah. So you know what he must have done? The girl he was complaining about to me over the phone for a long time.
Yeah.
He probably went out with her because he's desperate to get laid. I know he's a very horny guy, and some dudes like they'll go out with a woman who is a total mistake.
Yep. Like
Total,
me.
total mistake to get
For
involved.
my ex-wife, fucking that psychopath I went with.
Yeah, well, maybe back then, you might have had physical chemistry, but there was no compatibility mentally. Like mentally, you weren't
Oh
on the
no, I
same
wasn't. I
page.
wasn't thinking at all.
You
I was
weren't.
fucked up.
No, you weren't on the same page.
Nope. Usually, I'm not on the same page with anybody.
Well, because they all stink on ice nowadays. Now the
Kevin,
one
who's
who
the champ on this guy? Which one's the champ?
champagne,
Yeah.
yeah, the
Oh,
champagne. Now, who is the one who kept spending money that she really didn't have to go on overseas to take vacations
yeah, that was her. She would go by herself. She'd leave me fucking home and she'd go by herself.
by herself?
Yeah,
Really?
yeah, she did it like 3 times. Yeah,
It's not boring. Like, well, you know what? I'll tell you one thing. To go on vacation to a spot where there's like single people go, don't go with a girlfriend. Or I understand if a man is married, but if a man is just as a girlfriend,
yep.
go with your male friends, because let me tell you, if you go to Cancun or or
Ooh,
or Punta Cana, Dominican
yeah.
Republic, with your male friends, you will hook up
Oh
left or
hell yeah. But the thing is, bro, Spanish girls, man. I don't know, man. I can't. I can't do it anymore.
no. Cancun has a lot of girls from all over. They
Yeah,
got American girls down there.
yeah.
Um,
You got to go to the resorts.
they got British. They got
Yeah, you got to go, Kevin. We got to go to
they got they
We should
got
go to Miami. Me and you. You want to go to Miami?
Well, if you're going to go to Miami, go to South Beach, Miami. Don't go
Yeah.
where all the crime is.
Oh no, and actually, Fort Lauderdale's a good one too. Me
No,
and you can go,
no, really, go to
you
South
know,
Beach. Really,
or South Beach.
yeah, go right to South
Yeah,
Beach.
that's where my cousin's down there. He's on the freaking SWAT team, man. My cousin. He's on the freaking SWAT team. Somebody's going down on this motherfucker. I don't know who's going down, but somebody is.
Yeah, that's the place to be. South Beach.
Yeah.
There's another resort in Isla Morada in the Florida Keys called Holiday Island. It's
Oh
a
yeah.
it's a resort where like entertainment and drinking, and they have a hotel there.
That's him.
You know.
Yeah.
See, he's a lightweight champion.
Oh, he's a lightweight champion.
Uh,
Um, the thing is,
uh, nah, I'm not a fan of establishment Democrats. Jason, sorry. I can't be that enthusiastic about them. But you know, it's better than the alternative. That's how I look at it.
what did he say? God bless.
God bless Joe Biden and Kamala Harris, 2024 and beyond. Beyond, what do you think the only way Joe Biden can be beyond is if they turn him into a cyborg, like the $6 million man. You know, they start putting android parts on him. You know, beyond. Yeah, the bad thing about going to a baseball game is they rip you off for the food and beers, and they really rip you off big time.
Oh yeah. Oh, is that where he is?
Yeah, he's at the Seattle Mariners game in
Oh,
Seattle. They're playing the St. Louis Cardinals, and I told him I don't like this interleague play. American League should play American League teams. National League should play National League teams.
oh yeah.
And everybody should have the designated hitter.
Yeah.
Both leagues should have it because it's easier on the pitcher. I mean, the pitcher is they. It's very tiring. You know, they got to keep on throwing all those pitches. I mean, they deserve to have a rest.
I know, right?
Yeah, don't make the damn National League makes the pitcher go to bat.
Oh shit.
Yeah, that's not good.
Somebody's hit him went down by now, right, Kevin?
Da-da-da-dun-dun-dun.
How many rounds was it? 10?
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Hey, Western Mike, are you out and about? Are you in a sports bar or restaurant or are you home?
Oh, Mr. Mike?
Yeah. If Mike's home, he can come on. If he's out,
Oh.
he's out. If he's out, he's out. I understand that.
Which one's Mike?
No, he's from San Francisco. He's in San Francisco, West.
Oh,
This gentleman, originally from Chicago, now living in San Francisco. The other one's supposed to come on, Mick. The one you were.
yeah, he just said that. Yeah, he just said that he might come on. I seen a message.
He might come on. Why is everybody giving me all this might? He told
No,
me.
but did you see it? It just came up on the screen.
He told me he was free.
That's the guy that was doing.
My
He looked like he looked like he was smoking weed. A picture that he put up.
Well, the other guy smokes a lot of weed.
Oh my god.
What's his name? Ronnie S. Ronnie S. Where the hell is Ronnie S? He's probably on a booze. He's probably on a booze hound show.
Maybe they're just drinking.
Yeah, he's a boozer from. I mean, he says he's not, but I don't believe it. No, he's. But
No, but is that you putting the beer stuff on or him?
ain't me. I'm not.
I think
I'm not posting any beers. No, that's probably Jason.
yeah.
I'm not posting any beer stuff. You know.
Yeah, it was something about beer. Kevin, isn't that DraftKings? DraftKings, isn't that like a gambling thing also?
Yeah.
You're a boozer. You're a boozer.
Who's a boozer?
You smoke a lot of marijuana and you're a boozer
Yeah.
because you left my show early to join a booze hound show. I was
Oh,
I,
shoot.
I was told, and you know
That's messed up.
you said good night, boop, you left and you joined a booze hound show, and yeah, I mean you say Saturday nights are good for you. Um, um, Western Mike says Saturday nights are good for him.
How do
Uh,
you
um,
how do
um,
you how do you
Mike
send them how do you send the message like that through YouTube?
Mick Von Raven says he's free this weekend. Hey, Ufa, where the hell are these people? Take offense to it. I don't care. Take offense, but I tell you one thing: if this was a booze show and I was sucking them down with Jordy, all, all you other guys, yeah, it's like pulling teeth.
How
That's
do
why
you send
I'm gonna.
Oh, how do you send the message? You don't go on the chat, you just send the message?
Oh, you talking about the link?
Yeah. Oh, I see how to do it. All right, I got it. I think
My camera's blurry.
who's mine?
Why is my cam? He says my camera's blurry. My camera's blurry. My camera's blurry. Maybe I have to get another camera. It's not as bad as it was before. What can I say?
It says oh there you go. It says I was backstage. Hi Kevin.
These fucking people.
You all right?
Yeah.
How come they don't knock each other down yet? Um, you're in the show. Everyone can see you and hear you. Very good. Um, no, it's just trying to send you a message.
Yeah.
You're,
What's wrong with my video? I don't see any issue with it.
no, nothing wrong with it.
No. Jason always says my camera's blurry. I mean, maybe I need to upgrade it. Maybe the cameras are better, much better now.
I don't know.
I'm not going to spend $100 on a fucking
Yeah,
webcam.
I know. Go to Best Buy.
I mean, I'll spend 50. I mean, I'll spend 50 on like Amazon, or I can get one. Is Best Buy still in business? Are they still around?
Yeah, I think so. Right, Kevin? Yeah.
They closed. A couple of them by me.
Oh, did they?
Yeah. Paramus. They closed the one in Paramus.
Oh,
Yeah, there used to be a big one there. I like Best Buy. You know what? You know what's good? Newegg.com. Newegg is really good. As far as if somebody wants to get really high tech something or whatever,
yeah.
Newegg's got everything. And you know who's got a lot of good high tech? The place in Patterson, Micro Center,
Oh,
the one
yeah, dude.
Route 20. Was it Route?
Yeah, that place makes a lot of money, man.
Yeah, I think it's called Micro Center.
Yeah, I used to work in the Lowe's over there,
Yep.
right next to it.
Yeah. The only thing is, people have to be very careful. If they have sales,
Yeah.
they're sneaky. I know a guy that bought a desktop that was on sale, and guess what? It was sitting in a warehouse for 7 years in a box.
Holy shit.
Like it wasn't this year's model. It wasn't up to date.
This is the middle way.
They couldn't get rid of it. It was shit. It was just sitting in a warehouse for
That's
7
fucked up.
years. And so the guy wasn't really saving money. in reality, he wasn't like he didn't get a bargain. And 7 years is a dinosaur for
Yeah.
for a computer.
Yeah, I left my computer, but my daughter has it. Advertising Publix water.
So what happened? You can only bring when you first drove down. You can only bring so much with you.
Well, oh, you know I was supposed to work tonight, right?
I thought you says you're free on the weekends.
No, I am, but I had to go in 2 more days.
I don't get it. Yeah, but then you're not free for the weekend.
No, I had to go into Publix. It was my last 2 days this weekend, but I'm not going to go in. Screw them.
That piece of shit, that manager there.
Oh, dude, just thinking about it, my blood pressure goes up. Right, Kevin?
So you had 2 more days to deal with him.
Yep. Yeah, dude, I wasn't going to do that. There's no way. I'm nice and relaxed. I'm nice and calm. I wasn't going to do that shit. Kevin, is your air on? You shut the air off?
In Florida, he shut the air.
Why is it so fucking hot in here? You're saving electricity?
Put her on low. Put her on like 72.
Yeah, it usually is. It's usually like freezing in this place. Did you turn it up, Kevin?
Colder.
Oh, okay.
This is
No,
like
he usually keeps it nice and cool in here.
this is like the Seinfeld episode where Jerry's father in Boca Raton, his mother and father, they don't know how to work the central air conditioning, and it was like always hot in there. It's so easy. I know what it is. It was digital. It was push button.
Yeah, you just keep it on. You keep it on whatever you want to keep it on, and then and then once the temperature goes up,
It's
it's
a no-brainer. It's easy. Just put it on like if you don't want it too cold, put it on like 72, 73.
Yeah, that's what I keep mine on. I keep mine on set. Dude, I got to keep it on 75 because Lori's always fucking cold, man. You can't just be calling people losers.
What he did was somebody told me because they saw him. He cut out of my show early on a Saturday, and he made like he was saying goodnight, and then he went on this show with a bunch of alcoholics.
Yeah.
And my friend saw him on this other show that Saturday night.
Yeah.
So instead of talking about important things, he cut out of my show early and then went to the alcoholic show.
Oh shit.
See, that's what he did.
Alcohol's bad for you, man. It's worse. Alcohol's worse than weed.
A friend of mine, he wasn't, there he is, Ronnie S. Ronnie S. You remember him? He's in Clearwater. You're in Jacksonville.
Oh, for real?
What's up, James?
Yeah. Well, his video is fine.
Yeah, everybody looks fine. I don't see any problem with the video.
I mean, maybe because Jason bought a real super high tech, high definition webcam. I don't have the money for that right now, and you know what? I don't make money on YouTube like Ronald Terrio does, so why should I spend extra money?
Your camera looks okay to me.
What's he do, man?
What?
What's he do on YouTube? He sells videos?
No,
Theory
no.
views.
no. Ron Ontario has a big following.
Oh,
He just has a huge following, and
It's
he
not that big, really. I think he has like 15,000 subscribers, which
yeah,
he's been around for like over 10 years.
wow.
you need a lot of subscribers and viewers to like get like YouTube doesn't is not generous. I mean, you need like legions of people in order to make decent money from YouTube, and not only that, you know, what YouTube told me, oh, your the content of your videos is not appropriate for our sponsors.
Because you were talking
So,
about
so,
the
so, so in other
vaccine.
words, they want G-rated. I know what they were getting at. They want G-rated content. I'm not doing no, you know, I'm not doing nothing G-rated. I'm not Walt Disney cartoons, you know.
That's crazy.
Yeah, yeah. I don't do G-rated.
I just had some Brooklyn style pizza, James. It was awesome.
Is it a place you went to, or is it a frozen pie?
No,
The hell is
no,
this?
it was a pizza place.
Who is this?
Oh,
I just went there for the first time today. I think the best pizza I've had in Florida so far.
I wonder if it's the same owner as the Brooklyn style pizza by me is owned by Patsy Grimaldi, that owns the famous Patsy's in the city,
It's not going to be the same owner.
the restaurant that Frank Sinatra used to hang out in. It's called Patsy's,
That's cool.
and they own Brooklyn style pizza in New Jersey. I wonder if they open
Well,
one up.
It's not called that. It's just they say their pizza's Brooklyn style is the way they make it.
Are they from up north?
I didn't talk to them, but I'm gonna go back in there and talk to them.
But you liked it. It was good
Yeah,
pizza.
I'm
What
telling
the
you, it was the
fuck?
best pizza I've had in Florida.
This fucking guy called me, just kicked me the fuck off. Wait, hold on.
And it's not easy to find good pizza here, man, at all.
Oh, you
I
there?
yeah. Who me? Yeah, I'm here.
Yo,
It's got heavy rain going on out there.
what the
You
Oh,
fuck?
is that rain? Where's he at? In Jersey too?
I don't understand.
Who? Him?
Clean.
He's Mr. Clean is he's from Jersey, but he's in Jacksonville. He's lived in there now.
Oh, he's in Jacksonville.
He's in Jacksonville. Yeah.
So he understands the pizza struggle.
Yeah. I ordered. I After going through several pizzerias that sucked, because like a person. Oh, there he is. A person like that's not Italian shouldn't just go to one pizzeria and say, "Oh, I don't like pizza. I hate it." You got to go to the right ones.
Hmm.
This
Yeah,
pizza,
but you don't have much of a problem up there in Jersey or New York. You
no,
can
because you
usually go
have
to any kind of
because
anywhere.
every neighborhood has probably like a few pizzerias in each neighborhood, or
Right.
several.
You might come across a few that are subpar, but for the most part, they're all pretty decent.
Well, this pie I had from Pomodoro Brick Oven. It was the way I like it: crispy, a thinner crust, not too much dough, a lot of mozzarella because
That guy's going down.
I love cheese.
He's going down, that guy.
Mozzarella,
Oh, what is he watching the
tomatoes.
fight?
What's good? Toppings. We're generous with the toppings, and
Yeah,
I
look
very
at this
I
thing.
don't usually find a pie like that. Oh, that looks decent. That looks like
They got the garlic knots thrown in there, and I didn't even ask him for garlic knots.
that looks like a New York style pizza.
It does, right? Yeah,
Yep.
that's good, man. You know how you can tell because it has the bubbles up on the crust?
Oh yeah. It's light and crispy with the bubbles. Right.
Hmm.
You know what that
Yeah,
might be? They might use a stone, a baking pizza stone.
maybe. Yeah. They always say it's because of the Florida water. It's not soft enough like it is on Long Island or in the city. But maybe
Well,
that's not really true. You just have to go to the right place.
when you pour when you turn the tap on, do you smell the water? Do you smell like a rotten egg smell?
No.
Because
No, down here the water's more. It's
Hard.
he's right. It's better down here than up north.
I wouldn't say it's better. Why would you say that?
No, because my taps don't get all white stuff all over them down here. Up
White.
there, I got all whites or calcium all over my taps and everything. Up in New Jersey,
Maybe Jersey's different than Long Island. It might.
yeah,
It might be.
limestone. Is it? What's that? Well, limestone is calcium carbonate anyway. Yeah.
yeah, I had it all over my taps. Well, I was in Warren County actually.
Where is
So-
that? Southern Jersey or northern?
No, that's north. That's actually northwest.
Towards Pennsylvania.
Yeah, it's right next to Sussex County. Yeah,
Yeah, you're going towards the
it's
Pennsylvania.
it's Route 80 exit. Oh shoot, what the heck was the exit? Wow.
So, I guess the farther you get away from like the coast, right? Maybe.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah,
Yep.
you would think the water would be like mountain spring water out there.
Yeah, I don't know, man. For some reason, my taps, they got like the shower heads got all messed up. I've been here for 5 months. I got nothing on the shower heads. There's nothing.
You've only
Like-
been there for 5 months.
Yeah, I've been down here since November. I've been down here.
How do you like it so far?
Oh no, I like well, so far the weather's been pretty good for me. Well, Jacksonville.
I'm down in Tampa Bay.
Oh, okay. My niece goes to the college over there.
Which one? University of Tampa.
Yeah, I think so. She goes to the University of Tampa, right? Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
that's cool. I've never been to Jacksonville.
No, the weather's been pretty good over here, right, Kevin? Oh my God, the freaking weather's been good. I can't
Yeah.
complain, man. It's been
Yeah.
really good, nice and cool. Now it's freaking humid tonight, though. I opened my windows last night and it got humid again. I had to shut my windows.
Yeah, he
Right.
found a
Yeah,
good
it's basically always humid over here, but it's a little cooler up where you are. I know.
Yeah, because tonight's going to be in the 60s, but it's like really humid outside.
Mm.
Yeah, because you're not on the Gulf Coast. You're on the Atlantic Ocean.
And
Yeah.
he's farther north. Jacksonville is basically as far north as you can go in Florida.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's on the Gulf Coast. I'm actually on the Atlantic.
Mm-hmm. So you got
Yeah.
to wait.
You're near the Georgia border.
Yeah, basically. But Georgia's like Georgia's like 2 hours from here, right?
Is it that far?
Nah, really?
Or an hour? No, I think it's about an hour.
Oh.
About an hour with no traffic. Yeah.
Yeah, Savannah. Savannah's like a couple hours, I think. Savannah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but-
what's north of Jacksonville in Florida? Is there anything, or is Jacksonville right in the border?
No, you
No, Jacksonville's the border. Then right after Jacksonville is
Georgia.
right, like going north is Georgia.
So it takes an hour to get there.
Yeah. Yeah, a good hour with no traffic. Yeah.
I'm surprised.
But bro, everybody's moving down here, dude. Like it's unbelievable. Like
I know.
everybody from the north is coming down. It's unreal.
Yeah, it really is. It's getting to be a lot.
And,
Like
and
even more than normal.
there's a big population down in Miami and Fort Lauderdale, down that area.
It's
There
always been
is-
like that down there, though.
Oh, dude, there's people that are moving from there and coming up to Jacksonville. That's how
Mhm.
bad it was. Yeah,
Hmm.
they're moving from South Florida to North Florida. Yeah.
Why? Because it's getting too expensive, probably.
No, not only that. Yeah, it is, and not only that, it's because of the population. Some lady told me that the population is like, forget it. It's really
Yeah.
bad. Yeah.
Yeah, I believe that. It's also pretty expensive down there, and it's getting worse.
Yeah.
Boca Raton, West Palm Beach.
And my friend lives in Weston, Florida. He has a detail business down there.
Weston, where is that?
Weston is like across from. It's actually west. Fort Lauderdale's west to that.
Okay.
If you go
So
west, you'll run it.
around there.
It's
further
around the
east.
middle.
Oh,
Yeah.
Fort Lauderdale. Okay.
Yeah. But it's
Yeah, Tampa
Yeah.
Bay is pretty cool, but it's getting crowded here too, man. Like traffic's getting pretty bad, honestly. I've
Oh,
been down here since 2019, and I've seen a big increase in just the past 3-4 years.
and where did you come? Where did you live? Long Island.
Yeah, Long Island, Suffolk County.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but Long Island, there's a lot of people there too.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh, that's oh my God, New York, forget it, man. And everybody from New York, where I was living in Warren County, everybody from New York was getting apartments over that way.
In Jersey.
Yeah, in Jersey, they were moving. A lot of New Yorkers were moving to that county, to Warren County, because it's one of the cheapest counties in New Jersey.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, and actually, my daughter just bought a house in Warren County.
What's the property taxes like there?
I'm not too sure, but actually, her mother, my girlfriend's mother, when we rented the townhouse, she's paying $5,000 a year. She was paying like
tax? Yeah.
Yeah.
So down here, that's considered high.
Yeah, exactly. It is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it kind of is because like I know with the increase in the property values here through the past like 2 years, people were paying like 2,000 before, and now they're paying close to like 5,000. So
Yeah.
it is a huge increase.
But the thing is, man, you know what messed everything up? COVID messed everything up because people,
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
people are like, oh, forget it. Like everything just went up because people couldn't pay their rent. So now rents are freaking through the roof. I came down here. I came down. I was living in Central Florida in Kissimmee in 2012, 13, and 14. Yeah, I was living down there in 2012 to 2014 because I met this girl, and I got a divorce.
Probably a different world back then as far as prices, right?
Dude, I was renting a house for $900 a month. It was a 2-bedroom house. It was like almost 1,500 square foot. It had a 2-car garage.
So that's probably now going for like 2,500.
Yes, it is. I checked it out. It is. It's 2,500 a month. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to rent a house like that, yeah, it's insane.
And it was 900 in 2012.
Yes. Yep.
Mm-hmm. That sounds about right. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
And it was sick. It was freaking unbelievable. It was really sick. I can't. And now where we are, we're in Bartram Park in St. John's up here in Jacksonville. We're in Bartram Park. Now this park where we live in, it's, bro, you got this. The houses here are really nice, and it's worth the freaking money. It really is. Yeah.
It's cheaper up there, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's 1,700 for like. It's not that bad, but the square footage of the place is big. So like it's almost shy of 1,000 square foot.
So in a house or an apartment?
Apartment.
Okay.
Yeah.
In a complex or like in a private house?
No, it's a complex actually.
So 1,500 is like unheard of over here. You can't even get that anymore.
No, where you are? It's probably what is it, like 2,500?
It's not as high as that. I'm paying like close to 2,100.
Oh my God.
Yeah. But it's a pretty nice place. Like it has nice amenities, like a cool pool and gym.
Yeah, but you live in a community also, right?
Yeah, it's a complex.
That's yeah. Well, yeah, you got the pool, you got the gym, and you got
nice. You know, it's like resort style stuff.
Oh, okay. Do you have a garage too, or no?
Nah, I can get one, but I don't want to pay for one.
Yeah, me too. I can get one too. Yeah, screw that. I'm not paying $150 for a garage. That's freaking insane. That's how much they go for over here. I think they might even be up to 200 now. Oh, somebody's going down.
It's probably about that here. I didn't even ask. I don't need it.
Yeah.
The pool's enough.
Yeah, exactly.
We got 2. We actually have 2 pools in this community. I can't believe it. We got 2. So we got 2 gyms and 2 pools. Yeah.
That's probably a big place.
Yeah, it is. It's huge and it's really nice. And there's no crime over here. I pay like $1,600 a month. That's what I'm paying. About 16.
Jeez, man, that's great.
And not only that, for like gas and electric, I only pay $80 a month for gas and electric. That's freaking unreal.
Definitely cheaper up there.
Yeah.
Take advantage of the gym. You know.
Yeah.
24/7. It's open here. It's like a state of the art gym too.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I can go to I'm pretty sure we can go to the gym over here. I'm pretty sure we can go 24 hours. I don't see why not.
Well,
But
some of them close like at a certain time. It depends what community you're in.
I don't know. Kevin, did you ever go overnight to the gym here? Like, can you go in the gym here at overnight? I think you could because we got the key, right? Yeah, I think we could. Yeah, because they give us a key.
Is it a fob?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, yeah, that's what they have. Yeah,
Yeah. And you got a gated community too?
it is. Yeah,
Yeah, mine is too. Yeah. Yep. That's all that's basically in Florida, though. Florida has a lot of gated communities, which is pretty
it
good.
does. Yeah, yeah, it does. Every
That's,
area, even if you're not in an apartment, if you're in like an HOA community,
yep.
they'll have a gated. It's always separated. Like each neighbor. It's not even a neighborhood. It's just a community.
Yeah.
You know,
And everybody,
it's
and
like
that's the
totally
good part.
different than.
Yeah, because if you move in a bad area and you live in a gated community, that's pretty good.
It doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't matter because
Yeah.
it's gated.
It's still good if the community's gated. There's nothing really going to happen.
Yeah, you
And
could
everybody
have like
knows everybody.
a fancy ass community in the middle of like a crappy area, but
Well, the people, what they
doesn't
do is
matter.
the only reason why these communities jack up the rent is because they don't want the people that
Yeah.
are like the nasty people in the communities. They want the good people in there. That's
That
why. And
helps.
that's why they jack the rent up.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think that's the only reason why, but that does help. It keeps the riffraff out.
Yep. Oh.
Well, that's why some nightclubs. One of the reasons why they have a cover charge. They don't want low lives in their club.
Mhm.
Yeah, what happened
Yeah.
with Kenny, man? He's not doing his performance. How come Kenny doesn't join your thing?
Oh, I don't know. He's working graveyard shift of making bread.
Yeah, right. Yeah, what's he doing? He's mixing dough.
Mixing dough.
Yeah,
I hope he's taking a shower, dude.
but he's filthy fingers. Yeah, he's
Did you tell him? Did you tell Ronnie about Kenny?
it's too long of a story.
Yeah, hell yeah, you forget it.
Kenny's gonna do street performance in the Jersey City waterfront by the Hudson.
Yeah, and he's gonna get shot too, and they're gonna throw him in the river.
No, it's actually like Hoboken now. It's really quiet and fixed up and everything.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
The Jersey City waterfront is like you can hear a pin drop.
Oh, wow.
So do you ever miss Jersey?
Me? No,
Yeah.
no. The only
No,
thing I miss in Jersey is I miss working for a couple places that I used to work for up there, and
You
that's
used to
about
work
it.
for Home Depot, right?
No, not Home Depot. Well, Home Depot. No, I left Home Depot was a bullshit up there. I worked for Lowe's and I worked for ShopRite up there, and I wish I
I
could have
remember
stayed.
you said you got fired because you told a joke.
Oh, in Lowe's? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
But that was the other Lowe's. What happened was the Lowe's that I was working at. I could have actually been a manager there and ran the garden center, but I never really what do you call it? I had to move. And I was pissed, and I left. And then I went to the Lowe's in Warren County, and I was working with a bunch of kids. And then I'm just joking around and stuff like that, and I just cracked a freaking joke, and they fired me for a freaking joke, and it wasn't even. And James knows the joke because James is the one that put it on the freaking. He put it on in the messenger.
So there were like a bunch of
Can you tell a joke?
pussies. Like the guy.
Yeah, it was just a joke. James, what was it again about? Like,
It was so long ago.
yeah, no, it was. Oh, I still remember it. It's like the what do you call it? Or the Olympics. You said they should have the Olympics. They should have masturbation for the Olympics now because they got everything else.
The shake weight.
They got all. They got everything else, like all little stuff.
The shake
Like,
weight.
like all little stuff for the Olympics and stuff. They're adding so much stuff to the Olympics.
Badminton with the little feather that goes up in the air. Shuttlecock.
Yeah, that's freaking the guy. You know what he said to me? The kid, he goes, oh, ew, that's disgusting, man.
Oh,
I'm
he's a
like,
pussy, man.
and I look at him, I start laughing. I said, dude, are you freaking kidding me right now? That bothered you? And I walked away from him. Whatever, dude.
Oh
Fucking
man,
pussy.
What a
that's
What,
pussy.
why you got fired, huh? Jeez,
what a
man.
fucking pussy, man. Oh, I don't care. I got a job the next day after that. Anyway, fuck it.
I thought it was worse than that. I thought it was like a racial joke or something.
No,
That wasn't nothing, dude. And then corporate calls me and they're like fucking all like, oh, you're not to return back to work. And I was laughing on the phone. I said, lady, are you fucking kidding me right now? You're literally firing me for a joke. So you should fire the whole fucking place because all they're doing is joking around and cracking jokes. So maybe I should fucking put a complaint in too about
so
the.
it
That's what
was.
I said to the lady.
You think maybe they used that as an excuse, like they were trying to get rid of you?
I think so. It might have been because you can't, and I don't know why. Because I was working, I was doing my job. So I don't know why they would want to fire me. And I got the license for the machines. I worked in the receiving department, working with dishwashers,
You had a license.
refrigerators, and I was putting stuff up in the racks. I was working. I don't know.
He did the
Maybe
forklift.
because you had a license, they had to pay you a certain amount, and they didn't want to.
Well, because
They'd
you know what
rather
it
have
was?
unlicensed.
No, I know what it was because I was like the oldest one working in there. And all the other ones, they were fucking kids, man. They weren't even fucking 22 years old yet. They were like fucking kids, all of them.
He was right. Ronnie was right. They wanted a cheaper,
Yeah,
workforce.
yeah, exactly.
So it
And
wasn't
they're
a-
rich kids,
wasn't a
and they're
joke.
rich. Can you believe they gave me a crank call, James? I never told you this. Somebody called my phone and said that if I want my job back. And it was like a weekend. It was on the weekend, and I'm like, dude, are you fucking kidding me? What are you?
I think I heard you say that before.
Yeah. I'm like, dude, are you fucking out of your mind, bro? I'm like, dude, do you know? And I threatened him, and he never called me back. And I said, bro, I know exactly where you're calling from. Like, I played stupid where I knew where he's calling from. I'm like, I got your phone tapped, dude. I'm like, let me tell you something. I'm like, I know who you are, and I'm going to come after you. You better stop calling me. He called me twice. Like 3 times, and he kept calling me on a fucking weekend, on a Saturday night or a
Maybe he
Sunday
likes
night.
you.
I'm like, dude, are you fucking serious? They got nothing to do, these fucking rich kids, bro.
So you think that was the guy that told you told the
Oh,
joke
so
to?
it was one of the guys, and they must have got my phone number. I don't know how they got my phone number, but to tell you the truth, they might have got my phone number because they were always by the computers, and they worked in the receiving department, and we have access to internet access. So I guarantee it, they looked up my freaking name or something, and they got my information. I don't know how the fuck they got my phone number because I never gave my phone number to none of them.
That's
I don't know how they got it. Yeah, I don't know how they got it.
What do you
Unless
think of that, James?
Unless their parents or somebody, they're in law enforcement or something. I have no idea.
What do you think about these kids calling up Mr. Clean, harassing him?
They have too much time in their hands.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Maybe
should
they
get
don't have
fired.
any. Maybe they don't have any girlfriends. Otherwise, they wouldn't be.
I had a couple guys. I had a couple guys that work with me. They called me and they asked me how I'm doing and whatever, but it wasn't them though. It wasn't them. It was literally. It's freaking nuts.
So what? You had a license to operate the forklift?
Yeah. Yeah, you got to get the license over there.
I know this guy who has a forklift. His whole life is a career in a warehouse driving a forklift, but he's in a union. See, if you got a good union
Yeah,
job,
the union.
Yeah,
The union's real good.
and your experience with the forklift.
Do you know? You know, by law, if you work for the union and you work there for like, I think it's 90 days.
Yeah.
By law, they have to put you full time. They cannot leave you. Yeah, they cannot leave you part time if you're in the union. I heard about that. My friend from Publix was telling me.
Publix.
Publix.
Fucking Publix took over everything in Florida.
Yeah, fucking Publix, man. Their fucking management sucks in that fucking places.
Well,
They suck.
all supermarket jobs suck.
Well, no,
Dude,
actually, I from what I've heard, if you work at Publix, you get stock options.
yeah, but you know when you get them, You have to be there 2 fucking years before you get them, and you got to be there 1 year before you get full time and before you get benefits. That's
You know what
fucking
else?
insane.
I heard that there's like managers there that make like 100 grand. I
Yeah.
don't know if that's definitely true.
No, it is true. Yeah, they do. They make a
So
lot
I
of
mean, that's
fucking money.
pretty good for a supermarket making 100
Yeah,
grand.
yeah, they make a lot of money. And but they got to put up with a lot of shit too, because that's
I mean,
probably why
sure.
my
I'm sure
manager
they
is the
put
way
up a
he
lot,
is.
but
Because-
they put up a lot of shit at like ShopRite, and they're not making 100 grand.
No,
Only the
I
store,
don't think are
only the
they? I
store,
think might be, or
The
maybe
store
the store
manager,
managers.
the store manager's not making 100 grand.
the general
I don't
store
think so.
manager, not department managers.
No, department managers. I don't think so.
At
No.
ShopRite, James?
Well, it depends on the shop right now. It depends what kind of business they're doing. If it's like if it's jam packed towards the end of the week, if it's one of those supermarkets popular, the store manager. Um, I mean, when I was a kid, the store manager was making 150 grand.
Not when you were a kid.
No, not when I was a kid. I'm sorry. When it was 1990s,
Okay.
he was telling me this guy named his last name was McCarthy, and he told me I'm making 150 grand because this is a popular store.
Where was
That's
that?
fucking crazy.
Well, it was
Paramus?
well at that time it was Pathmark Supermarkets
Oh,
General.
Pathmark.
Yeah,
They went under. Remember
yeah,
Pathmark?
they went belly up. They went belly up.
They were part of A&P. A&P owned them. And then A&P owned Wall Bombs too.
Wall
And
bounds?
I
Really?
think it was like 2015 A&P went bankrupt, so
Now
Pathmark and Wall Bombs they're both out.
what about
Oh
King
shit!
Cullen? What about King Cullen? Are they still
King
in
Cullen
business?
is still around. They're still around, but I don't think they're as strong as they used to be.
Wow.
This Safeway? Um, well,
I think the
uh,
main supermarket up there now is ShopRite, from what I see, like
yeah,
on Long Island.
ShopRites are doing
They're doing pretty good.
well. Now we have Acme supermarkets that I think the company came from Philadelphia originally. I think Acme, and
Then you
they're
have Lidl too, right? You got that up there.
that might be South Jersey. Lidl.
Oh,
Yeah, Lidl's in Long Island. And
They
then
have what do you call they
James,
that other
James,
one.
James, I'm gonna go. I'll call you tomorrow.
okay. Yeah,
All right,
I'll be on tomorrow afternoon.
all right, guys. All right,
See you later,
later.
man.
All right. Yeah, I had Acme's starting to have a lot of organic foods and specialty foods because they're competing with Whole Foods and Trader Joe's over here, and and they're they're becoming popular in New Jersey, uh, North Jersey, both of them. So Acme, in order to compete, they're starting to have a lot of specialty items and what do you call and organic foods at a fraction of what the Whole Foods is charged because it's
Oh
Amazon.
yeah, Whole Foods is it's just
Yeah, some
insane over there.
people call it whole paycheck, as a joke.
It could be. Yeah, I went there a couple of times and I was just blown away by the prices. I never went back.
Amazon owns it. Bezos. They own Whole Foods. Now the good thing about Whole Foods, I only get a few items there. Like I go to the bulk area and I get the organic brown basmati rice. It's like a silo. It goes in, you open it up and it goes right in the bag.
Yeah, so I guess you can pick out a few things, but
Yeah.
you're not gonna do your whole shopping there.
No. But I get you could return Amazon items. They have a desk. They have a return desk in Whole Foods where you don't have to put if you want to return something, you don't have to put it back in the box. You can just bring it you go on your phone and you request a refund, a return. You tell them where you're going to bring it to a certain Whole Foods. You request it. They refund you. When you bring the item, they'll scan your QR code on the phone. So you hold your phone up, they scan it, and you get your refund right away. You just, you give the product to the girl, and that's it. Sounds good to
That
me.
could be anything you buy from
Any
Amazon.
practically anything you buy from Amazon that you want to return. So now you don't have to package it
Send
again
it in the mail.
and send it, ship it out, and pay for the shipping.
Okay.
Just go to, well, first you generate the QR code for your return, and then when you go up to the Whole Foods counter, that's only for Amazon returns. You hold up your phone, they scan the QR code, and that's it.
All right. That's good to know.
Yeah, because it's a real hassle to ship things back.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes Amazon will say there's no return on that item, but we'll give you a refund. Keep it or give it away. Do whatever you want with it. You're not happy with it, we'll give you the refund. You don't have to return it. So one time I ordered something and I wasn't happy with it because I guess I didn't give it I didn't give it a chance to finagle with it. So I was ready to return. They said, "Oh, it's not returnable, but it's refundable. We'll refund it. Do whatever you want with it. Give it away, throw it away." I go, "All right." Then I started fussing with it, and I fixed the problem. So I ended up with a free item
Mm-hmm.
that I'm using. You
That's
know what it
cool.
was? It was a clamp, a clip-on gooseneck lamp. You can bend it any which way you want.
Yeah.
Okay, and it has a clamp so you can clip it.
Mm-hmm.
And I I was having an issue positioning the gooseneck. It wasn't going where I wanted. Then what I thought was, okay, it's got a long gooseneck. Why don't I just curl the gooseneck into a spiral like a snake? And then it worked. So
Okay.
yeah, sometimes you get lucky and you end up with a freebie.
Yeah, they just didn't want to be bothered with it.
Yeah,
It
I don't
wasn't worth it to them.
I don't understand why occasionally some items are not returnable, but they're refundable. But most
Because
items
they
are.
don't want to be bothered with it. It's more of a hassle for them to take it back. So they're just like, okay, take the refund.
Yeah, and it works fine. I got it. Actually, I needed it for I needed it for my lizard, but then I ended up using it for the cactuses. For I have a plant bulb in there, like a plant a grow light. So I got the grow light LED grow light, and it's nice. It's got like a purplish color, almost like a black light, and it's a very versatile lamp for anybody. Like if you want a lamp, you could clamp it to if somebody has a headboard on their
Mm-hmm.
bed and they want a reading lamp.
Mm-hmm.
You just clamp it to the back, and you could bend it any which way. You can use it. You know,
Okay.
very versatile. But anyway, um, yeah, yeah. Jason goes to a lot of sporting events. I told him, I says the food is a real ripoff at the stadium.
Yeah, of course it is. It's just for the experience. You expect to pay a lot of money for food, drink.
Well, you're paying a lot of money for the tickets.
Not always. Sometimes you can get a decent ticket, but the food, the drinks are always expensive. But sometimes you can get a
Yeah.
decent ticket.
A friend of
Some
mine
If
went
you
to
go to one of these real expensive, like if you go to Yankee Stadium, you're not gonna get a decent ticket. But
and because they're in the Yankees are always under a spotlight in a magnifying
yeah,
glass.
it's just one of those teams. But there's teams out there
Well, the
where
Mets City Field charges a lot for their hot dogs
yeah,
and beer and everything.
yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Every stadium you go to, you're gonna pay for the food, but you can sometimes get a decent ticket. Sometimes you can get a $10 ticket. Like the Tampa Bay Rays, you can get $10 tickets,
That's
but
not bad.
you're gonna pay $10 for a beer. But if you just go there and you don't drink, or you just have one drink, it's only $10 to get in.
So one glass of beer at the stadium is $10.
Yeah,
One glass, and it's
that's what it is in most stadiums.
and is what is it? Is it a craft beer? Is it a macro or just a
Just like a
regular?
Budweiser. They'll give you like a big Budweiser, so it's actually like two beers in one glass.
Oh, it's like a pint.
Yeah, a little bit bigger than a pint.
Yeah, so like
So I mean, really, $10. You're actually paying $10 for two beers technically. So that's not too bad.
I know
I guess.
some of the bar there was this Irish sports bar that we used to hang out at, and they had bands on the weekend, and they had a good DJ, but they had good at that time. They had good food, so we used to
Hmm.
go there. And one night they had a special: bring your largest whatever from home, and you know we'll fill it with beer for the price of a small beer, a regular glass. But you can bring the biggest thing you have. So people were coming in with like pictures and
Sure. Hey, I'll be back in one
yeah,
sec. Make sure you entertain the crowd.
yeah. Um, oh, yeah, the Yankees. Okay, folks. Welcome to Progressive Discussions. I wonder now. There's a possibility, maybe Mick Von Raven. Uh, he decided to go out with that girl, and they're having a great time, and maybe they're in the sack right now. It is. That's probably why Mick
Who's
didn't
in the
didn't
sack? Mick
Mick
Von Raven.
didn't. Yeah, like Mick was. He was free, but he met this new girl, and
Oh, so
and
you had a
and
date.
and well, he didn't plan on the date, but there's certain things. What he didn't like about her was she didn't want to talk on the phone. She went from texting him to wanting to meet face to face somewhere, and he wanted to talk to her. Maybe do a video chat or just talk to her on the phone. Instead of right away meeting her. But she didn't want to do it. She wanted to meet. I says, "Well, Mick, it sounds like a red flag." I says, she could be like a dinner and drink whore, and she just uses guys to, pay
I
for
guess
her
there's
meal.
only one way to find out. It's
Pay
worth a
for
shot.
a meal, you know what I mean? But or you could meet her right away, and
Hmm.
you could hit it off.
Yeah.
You never know. So what must have happened is he met her. Uh, uh, he he meets a lot of people and he gets together because he's a very horny guy. That's how
Hmm.
he is. And maybe they hit it off, and that's why I didn't hear from him. Usually, if I text him, he gets right back to me.
Okay.
But that could be it. So when I go live tomorrow, he'll probably tell me how it went. It's a man cave show, so it'll be the perfect place to tell stories.
Uh-huh.
Now, what I'm going what I'm going to mention as a tip is that my brother-in-law was right. He says soak your razor in alcohol, put it in a little cup or container of alcohol, and keep it there. And what that does is eliminates all moisture from the razor.
Yeah.
It extends the life of the razor, and it keeps it sharp. You get more shaves out of it. I tried it. Lo and behold, it works. It works. It must be like oxidation that takes place when the razor's wet.
Yeah.
So normally I would get one shave, and it goes dull on me. Then I have to flip it around the other side because I use like
Mhm.
the old fashioned one.
Uh,
But now, so far, I've gotten two out of on one side. I'll see if I can go for a three. I use the Wilkinson sword blades, the double edge.
what happened to Goldsmith?
He was telling me the other day that he doesn't know what to do. Should I go out earlier on a Saturday? Should I go out later? Should I go out and stay out all night? I don't know what to do. Blah 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 blah. I says, you're dealing with the fickle finger of fate. Destiny. Nobody knows. Nobody
He's
knows.
asking you if he should stay out all night.
He should, when he should go out, if he should go out, if he should not go out on
Is he
Saturday.
still doing like the solo shows on his channel?
Nah, he don't. He stopped doing it on Instagram. I haven't seen them, but he is doing. He does do solo on YouTube.
That's what I
But
was talking about. He's
yeah,
on
yeah,
YouTube.
he does them. It's just that I says none of us really know that we don't know. I says you know how many times I went to a crowded dance club, and it's crowded, it's noisy, you can't really hear people when they talk to you,
Yeah.
and 1,001 time I didn't meet nobody in a crowded dance club. Then all of a sudden I would meet somebody, during the daytime somewhere. It could be anywhere really. I mean,
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah.
it could be online. It could be in a market. Things work out outside of the dance club because honestly, the DJs, they blast the music so loud you really can't converse.
It's too loud.
Like when I was
It's
able to
not.
go.
It's not set up for that. It's more like you just go there
No, yeah,
to
today
let loose.
I
Yeah.
think it's about people getting on the dance floor and drink and buying a lot of drinks because they're thirsty, and going back on the dance floor. I don't. It's not about chit chat. You know.
There he is.
Oh, he went solo instead of coming here. Oh, he's a rascal. He's a sneaky rascal. He's a, maybe he likes to be in the spotlight. He wants to be a superstar.
What does he talk about on those things?
Ugh. I think you already know.
I don't actually. I haven't
Well,
seen
if you look at
seen
the
it.
title, yeah,
He doesn't like rich people. Although I know that was one thing.
well, he talks about you can't trust or believe women that are drunk. Well, I could have told him that. You can't believe there's more. I've met more bullshit artists that were drunk than sober.
Yeah, of course.
Uh, you really never know what's around the corner. I mean, uh, I was able to get in bars when I was 18. That was the legal drinking age.
I was too.
18 years old, going there, and but you could talk because the DJ wasn't blasting it.
Well, what about like a disco club?
Then you could still talk, but now it's
You can
well
talk in
we're
a
talking
disco
about
club.
we're talking about a totally different world. When I was in the disco club,
You went to Plato's Retreat, right?
yeah, well, I was there once. So what happened was the music was loud but not too loud where you can't talk, but people slow dance at the end. They played at the
Yeah.
very end before closing time. They played slow songs. Girls and guys danced back then, but then once you got into the 90s and techno came around and
Mhm. Mhm.
the 90s, the 2000s, girls stood with their girlfriends, guys danced by themselves.
Mhm.
Guys and girls didn't dance together.
You got to go to a Spanish club.
Yes, because you have to dance
Yeah.
with the opposite gender because that's how the music is.
But if you go to an American club, they don't really dance like that.
No, no. If you go to a Latin club, they dance salsa,
Yeah.
merengue.
Yeah.
Now salsa is like professional ballroom dancing. You have to be good at it. You have to know what you're
It's not
doing.
easy. It isn't easy.
It's not easy. It's like if you took dancing lessons in a studio and
Mhm.
you learn ballroom dancing, you have to follow the
Yeah.
steps. It,
But you can learn. You
yeah,
can
no,
learn
no,
if
no.
you put the effort in.
My uncle taught me because he worked for Gene Kelly. He was a ballroom dancing teacher, and he competed. So he taught me and my mom some things, and I could do it. But the person you're with has to know what they're doing too.
Mhm.
You
Yeah.
can't be carrying somebody who's
No.
got two left feet. You got to know.
Uh
But
huh.
it's classy looking.
It is. Yeah.
Like if you ever see the movie with Vanessa Williams called Dance with Me,
I don't know.
if you like great salsa and top of the line dancing, Latin dancing, that movie is the best. And she learned from this guy, Cuban guy, and they started.
You gotta tell Western Goldsmith about this stuff.
Now, Weston Goldsmith can be having a real good, robust conversation with me and you, getting advice.
They might
Give,
not have very good Latin clubs in San Francisco.
I don't know, and I doubt it because San Francisco is like it has a very high gay population.
It does, right?
Yeah, not really. It's not known for its Latin population. They
Maybe
do have
L.A.
they do have a huge Chinatown though, San
Yeah.
Francisco.
Yeah.
L.A. is it's multi-ethnic. They have different.
That's far away though. San Francisco is Northern California, right?
Yeah, yeah, but Mexican population in like L.A. and San Diego, they don't dance salsa.
Nah, not
Salsa
really.
is Caribbean. Salsa is
Hmm.
Caribbean Latin,
Yeah,
and it's
that's
great.
true. Yeah, it's more of a New York thing, or Florida.
Yeah, well, that's how. 1980s freestyle music. That they were all New York, Puerto Ricans from New York.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All those singers. Was that Melendez? Uh, was it George Lamond? Um, um, yeah, yeah. All the top singers from freestyle. Judy Torres. You know, they were all like New York Puerto Ricans. J Lo was, but she, you know, she just did choreography when she was
Mm-hmm.
young. She was one of the fly girls on the show called In Living Color
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
Jim Carrey and the Wayans brothers.
Yep. So San Francisco, there's a lot of gay people.
Yeah,
Not
Key,
very good
Key,
nightlife.
Key West, Florida has a lot of gay people. Provincetown, Cape Cod, I heard. Key West has got a lot. No, they got a nightlife, but they're having a problem with poverty. Like there's a lot of
Homelessness. Yeah.
well, LA's got like
Yeah.
almost 50,000 homeless people like living in tents.
The state's kind of messed up, right?
Yeah, look at the cost of living. It's like it really
Mm-hmm.
the cost of
It's
living
really really bad.
is astronomical.
So what does Goldsmith do for a living over there?
He says he has a government job, but I don't know. He has a career with the government.
Is he an FBI agent? He looks like he could be an FBI agent.
It looks like he can be like a Secret Service, or he
Not,
needs.
not not Secret Service, but he could definitely be like a Fed, like a FBI like infiltrator.
You think they should do a, a series, a private investigator, like he can be like Magnum PI, or you know he could be
I think he could do that. Yeah.
yeah, Michael Goldsmith, Michael Hilton, private investigator.
Maybe that's what he is. He just doesn't want to tell you.
Yeah, he dresses well. He's got nice suits. Like he goes to a haberdashery. I mean, I hope that he's not all dressed up with no
Or
place to go. You know, I mean,
maybe he's a firefighter. That's a government job, right?
firefighter. You mean urinate on the fire?
Fights fires
He fights fires.
with his
I,
fancy clothes.
well, I know he likes hot sauce, so you know you can always start off small.
Or maybe he's an Uber driver.
I don't know if he had,
I could picture him as an Uber driver.
I don't know if he has a license.
No.
You
Okay.
mean a Uber driver with a tricycle,
I didn't know.
a
I didn't know
rickshaw,
he didn't have a license.
a Chinese rickshaw? You know, he could pull
It
people.
did say that, right? That he talks about like taking the bus around and stuff.
Yeah, he takes public transportation. You know,
Hmm.
he's in a
Well,
nice condo. I mean,
how's
I don't think he's paying for all
San
that.
Francisco has good public transportation?
Yeah, it's like anywhere else. You know, vehicle's got four tires. It goes forward.
Well, some cities are better than others, you know.
Oh, you know, I never asked them really. They do have a city with good transportation would have light rails, regular trains.
I know they say Los Angeles doesn't have good public transportation. Like you have to have a car to live there.
Well, it's sprawled out.
Yeah.
It's sprawled out, big. You're right. It doesn't. San Diego doesn't. Um, you have to have a car. You know they have 100% electric buses now. But I think the rail is better. I think the light rail.
They're supposed to be building a high-speed rail from Tampa to Orlando.
It's a start.
To start.
I mean, look, Europe, Japan, and China has the bullet train, the high speed rail. These
And we
countries,
have the Greyhound.
these these countries also have a clean subway. I repeat, very clean.
Do they push each other on the subway?
They don't. There's no mental cases from.
The New York subway is like scary, man.
Yeah, you got these people that were let out of mental institutions that
Not
put.
even that mental institution stuff. They closed back in the '80s, so that's
Yeah,
40 years ago.
they got the people that are
That's not
sick.
that's not even an excuse anymore. Maybe that was an excuse in the '90s and the
Well, first of
2000s.
all, never stand at the edge
No,
looking for your train.
no, don't do that.
Now, your train will come.
Boom.
Your train will come. Stand in the middle and just chill out, and your train will come. There's no need yet,
There's no
unless
need to look. Yeah,
they're
you'll hear it.
the New Yorker is so much in a hurry to.
You'll hear the train coming.
Yeah, I mean, why stand at the edge so somebody can push you?
I don't know.
I don't know, and it's filthy. They're filthy.
It's dirty, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
And then there's like somebody playing the guitar or something, and they want to get tips.
oh, you mean like all the winos and bums they have no talent and they want to get it. They want to get
Some of
it.
them are pretty good.
Oh,
They
you know
sing.
where I see good ones? The Seventh Avenue train station where the big McDonald's is. Times Square, 42nd
Yeah,
Street.
yeah.
Yeah, on the corner. That's it.
That's where the naked cowboy is. You've seen that before?
Oh, the Buckaroo with the what does he wear? A Speedo or
Yeah, Speedo, and he has a cowboy hat on. And I think he plays the guitar too.
so he has to
You know,
he
when tourists go to New York City, they go to see these
he must
stupid
have
people.
paid he must pay a lot of money for that spot.
He has. I don't think he does because the police have pushed him out of there, and then he comes back. So I don't think he's
Yeah,
paying for the spot.
yeah, because it's pretty gay to wear a Speedo because you can see somebody's friggin' bulge.
It's an attraction,
Yeah,
and then tourists go and take pictures with him, and he charges them.
yeah. Those are the ones that pay attention to him, the tourists.
Hmm.
Because they hear about it, word of mouth. Oh, when you go to New York, at Times Square, you got to see this guy. He's wearing
The
this
naked
Speedo.
cowboy. I don't know if he's still there. That's a few years ago. I remember that though.
I think one time he must have gave it up. But I think one time Bob Backlund was there when he was trying to sell his gym in a box.
Really?
It
Bob
had,
Backlund?
had the
Oh,
wheel, the step. Yeah, the gym in a box. It was made by some carpenter that he knows. It's a box, opens up, and you could do step ups with it. And then there was the wheel, and he was doing the wheel.
was it like he was kidding? Like a gimmick thing?
Yeah, it was a gimmick thing. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And,
Was that in the '90s or when he came back? Like, because I know he came back in like 2016 to wrestling.
yeah, well, not when he turned heel.
In the '90s, right?
Yeah, I don't think that when he turned heel and he became like a Republican with the
Oh
red
yeah, that
the
was in
red the red,
2016.
the red suspenders and the
And
red
he
bow.
was saying he was gonna make wrestling great again. I think something like that.
Yeah, and he was running for congressman or something. You know why he turned heel? Because he was
They
pissed off.
stopped that gimmick. They just like pulled the plug on that one.
Yeah, they did. He was very angry at Arnold Skolin for throwing in the towel.
Oh
He
yeah,
lost.
That's how he lost to the Sheik, right?
Yeah, you see what happened was he the Sheik was challenging people to swing the Persian clubs.
Uh huh.
Nobody could do it. Nobody, believe me. They had power lifters, bodybuilders. They had a young Ultimate Warrior.
But
Nobody could do it.
the Commodore can do it, right?
No, yeah, actually, no. He only uses one. He only uses one. I can
Chiseler was
do.
doing
I
two
can
at a
do.
time.
Yeah, I can do the Iron Sheik twirl with the lighter ones. So what happened was he Bob Backlund couldn't swing the Iron Sheik's clubs in reality, so they had to make a lighter pair for
Huh.
Bob Backlund that were white. I don't know if you go back on YouTube, you'll find the video. They were white, and they had to make a lighter pair for him, and
Hmm.
he could barely swing those.
So he
So
did this in the ring,
yeah,
like a challenge.
on the TV tape. So Iron Sheik got pissed that he was even able to swing, even though they weren't his club. So he hit him from behind.
Mm.
The club hit Backlund in the back of the neck. So Backlund had an injury. Now, going into the title defense match, he already had an injury. And Bob Backlund didn't want to say, look, I'm hurt. I can't defend the title. Iron Sheik puts him in a camel clutch. Arnold Skolin throws in a towel because Bob Backlund wouldn't give up.
Hmm. Yeah,
And
I know that.
but he couldn't get out of it.
Hmm.
So he throws the towel, and then the
And
next
back then they didn't tap out, right?
uh no, they told the referee, I give up.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
think they didn't start doing the tap out until Ken Shamrock came in.
right. MMA people. Now
Right.
he the following TV taping, he he had some words to say to his manager Arnold Skolin. He has something to tell him. Then Bob Backlund went berserk. He attacked Arnold Skolin, and he put him in the
No,
crossface
he
chicken wing.
he was right. He didn't want to give up.
He didn't want to give
So
up, so he
you
put
got to
him in.
see. I understand his point of view.
I mean, he put
He didn't want to give up. The guy just threw in the towel.
yeah, threw in the towel, and he put the
Now,
chicken wing.
did Arnold Scotland have any stock in the WWF at the
Yeah,
time? He did, right? I thought he
yeah.
did.
So did Gorilla Monsoon.
I know Gorilla Monsoon did. Yeah.
He Arnold Skolin was Bruno Sammartino's manager.
Oh, he was San Martino's manager too.
Yeah, yeah, and um, Gorilla Monsoon managed Pedro Morales when he had the belt. Now, then San Martino
When
retired.
Morales was a face, right?
Morales was always the face.
Okay, because Gorilla
Yeah,
Monsoon used to be a heel.
Gorilla Monsoon started out as a heel, and then he became a face, and then he retired.
And then he was a face commentator.
But
Yeah.
Morales had the belt for like 3 years.
He beat
Ivan Koloff
Stan. Oh, okay.
in
Who beat Stasiak?
1970. He beat Koloff, and then um, he had it for 3 years, and then Stasiak. He dropped the belt to Stasiak 3 years
Okay.
later.
And then
And
Stasiak lost it right away.
to Bruno. Yeah, he didn't have it that long. I mean, not right away, but the next pay-per-view.
And then Bruno lost it to
Superstar Billy Graham.
Superstar Billy Graham.
Yeah.
And
But
he
it
lost
was,
he lost it to Billy Graham lost it to Backlund, right?
back, but they were both lost the same way. It was the feet up on the ropes.
Yeah, because they can never have a clean finish. It's like stupid.
Yeah, like when Backlund put
They can never
Billy
have a clean
Graham,
finish.
when he did the atomic knee drop and he went for the pin, Billy Graham had his leg on the rope, and the referee, idiot, made believe he didn't see it or whatever. And then when
If you think of the booking at the time, it's so cartoony. Like people ate it all up.
Well, not only that, they didn't have padding outside the ring. There was concrete floor.
Well, yeah, it looked realer, but I mean, just the booking of the title changes is just like, screwy, and because they didn't want to put anybody over.
Yeah, the belts weren't that pretty looking. They weren't that great
They're
looking.
better than they are now.
But
They look ridiculous now.
the only old belt that really impressed me was the
The
big gold.
Intercontinental was nice.
No, the one they made for Ric
The big
Flair,
gold belt, yeah.
the NWA. They call it the big gold belt.
But the Hulk Hogan belt, the Eagle one, that was nice too in the 80s.
Was that the green one?
No,
The
it was
green strap?
the bald eagle one. They had that for a while, even into the 90s. Like Shawn Michaels had it, and I think even Stone Cold.
I told Jason. Jason was saying how much he loves the American national anthem. I says,
You know,
France.
well,
I said Francis Scott Key. His
you know
song.
that was written by a socialist, right?
And,
Or that was the Star Spangled. No, the national anthem. It was written by a socialist.
oh, say, can you say? You know, it's the best song for the United States is Hulk Hogan's "I Am a Real American."
Oh yeah, definitely.
That's a
And
very
what was the one that Reagan used to put when he was campaigning? Um, Born in the USA.
they should have done the
You know that song, right?
they
Born in
should
the
have
USA.
played the Phil Collins Genesis uh, uh, with the puppets. You know, Reagan was a puppet.
Well,
Um,
so Reagan was playing the Born in the USA song, and then
Land of Confusion.
I don't know
Uh,
what band that's from, but they got pissed off because they didn't give him permission to do it, and
no, you got
they contacted his campaign and were complaining, like, "What are you doing?"
yeah. Well, Trump did that too. You got
Well,
to get
Trump was using the YMCA song.
authorization before you start.
Trump used the YMCA song, and he would dance to it when he came out.
Macho Man,
Macho Man, yeah, yeah.
Trump was doing this.
Now, both of those songs, the Macho Man and the YMCA, they have like gay connotations, right? Like they're
Well,
part of like
the
the
village,
gay
the
culture.
village people, they were gay.
Yeah. So it's interesting that Trump chose those songs, and they say that he's anti-gay, right?
Well, he probably grew up during the disco. No, he was old.
He's
No,
well, yeah, he was big in the 80s,
he's in
but
his 70s.
he was already a grown man by that time.
Well, at
He's
that
pushing
time,
80. He's not that young.
he was dating a lot of chicks.
Yeah, yeah, he was living life, man. He was a
Yeah, you
playboy.
just gotta start kissing them, start feeling them up, man. They like that. You just grab them by the grab them by the coochie, grab them by the.
Now, do you think he turned Atlantic City around, or that he was a bad influence on Atlantic City?
Atlantic City. It's a slum. It's still a slum.
It used to be. I mean, in the 80s, it was pretty nice, right?
It well, let's put it this way: the the slum is receding away from the ocean. It used to be it used to be the next block over. This was all slum, and you know, panhandlers and thugs
Yeah.
and crime.
Now they're right on the boardwalk.
But you know, they said that the casino gambling was going to revitalize Atlantic City. No, so now the casinos they bought Pacific Avenue, which is the street and the land on the other side of the casino, on the front side of the casino. So they built that whole area, but the bums from the ghetto are still wandering over by the boardwalk,
Yeah.
bothering people. And
So you have to do like a cleaning up not just of the boardwalk in Atlantic City, but actually of the whole area.
The cops don't do shit because
That's not the cops. It's not the cops that are gonna do it. I mean, I'm talking about like investing money
you mean
into
like
into the place.
gentrifying the
Yeah,
neighborhood.
yeah. I don't mean police just being bullies, and that's not a solution. But cleaning up the whole entire thing, and it's not just the casino area. It has to be the surrounding areas, because
Well,
that's where the problems come from.
well, Atlantic City government was riddled with corruption, and
Oh yeah, yeah.
yeah, it
But
was
so is
just
New Jersey itself is just very corrupt.
yes, yes. Patterson, like when Patterson was asking for more and more federal money, and at that time, Chris Christie was governor. He says, "What happened to all the money we gave you? Where is it?" Well, they pocketed it. That's what happened to it. And he says, "No." He says, "We gave you a lot of money. You know, uh, where you know where is uh, where is the proof that you're spending it on the betterment of Patterson, New Jersey? Where is the evidence that this money's going to the right, being allocated to the right areas?" They couldn't. They
I
couldn't show
think
anything.
New Jersey's a lost cause.
Yeah, you got Camden. They built the New
Yeah,
Jersey State Sea Aquarium in Camden.
Newark. Um,
Camden, Camden is a
I
shithole.
think Camden is one of the worst cities in the country.
Yeah, why they build the Sea Aquarium? Because they felt they got this neoliberal
Yeah,
mentality.
they have to act like that they care about the blacks. And,
Yeah,
oh, okay.
they think that the
It makes them look good.
Sea Aquarium is going to do something miraculous to Camden. It didn't do a damn thing. It how could it do anything for Camden? It sits there. People pay to go inside and see the
Would you
aquarium.
pay to go in?
No, I wouldn't drive into that neighborhood. They
How
they
far is
build
that from you?
Listen, they build the Prudential Center in Newark, right?
Prudential, is that where the Nets used to play?
That's where like the New Jersey Devils are playing now, and
Oh, okay.
the Devils
I think
play.
yeah, I think the basketball team,
They
the
Yeah, the
Nets, they
basketball.
used to play there, right?
Before they went to Brooklyn,
Yeah, yeah.
the New Jersey Nets and the Devils played at the indoor
Prudential.
arena by the Meadowlands by Giant Stadium,
They
and
used
then
to.
and then they all of a sudden they moved them to the new building called the Prudential Center in Newark,
Uh,
and they said well, we got the trains go there and more people can go there by train.
it's
But
probably easier to get there from New York. That's
yeah,
maybe. Yeah,
correct. Yeah,
yeah.
but it's in Newark. I mean, how many people that have cars? Do they really want to drive into the
No,
shithole?
but if you can take the train in, they have a good point because you don't want to take your car in. But if you can take public transportation quickly, and then when the game's over, you quickly get out because you
Yeah,
don't want to stay there.
right. Well, if they can do that with Yankee Stadium,
They
and
do it with Yankee Stadium, and
and
they definitely do it with City Field.
where
City Field is easy to get
people can
in and out of.
park their car in a parking lot, get on New Jersey Transit train rail, take the train into New York, Manhattan. What is it? Grand Central or Penn Station? Penn Station, and then from
Get
Penn
it?
Station, hop on another rail to Yankee Stadium, and then it takes them back again.
Well, what are you saying?
Like
That's what they
they
should do, or that's what they
they
do do?
they could set up light rails to go to every stadium.
They do though.
And
They already have that.
they have that the
You
Javits
can
Center,
you can take
Madison
the
Square
train
Garden.
into Yankee Stadium easily. You have to take the subway though, I think. But I don't really go to the Yankee Stadium, but Citi Field is very, very accessible from the Long Island Railroad. They have their own stop, and you get out. It's called Mets Willets Point. You get out there, and then you walk across this like boardwalk thing, and they're selling beer and they're selling like like shirts and stuff along the way, and it brings you right into the front of the stadium. You're
Well,
right there.
that's a lot better than people having to take a subway to the South
Yeah, I
Bronx.
think you have to take a subway to Yankee. So yeah, that's a bit more.
Yeah, I mean that
But City
sounds
Field is extremely accessible from Long Island easily. It's very very
uh,
easy.
Queens is big.
Hmm.
Queens is a big borough. There are nice
And it's
parts.
not all the way up north like the Bronx is. Bronx is a
Yeah,
little tougher.
yeah. The Bronx is close to Yonkers and I guess Westchester County and
Westchester, but I don't think you can. I don't know. Yeah, you probably could take a train from Westchester.
Connecticut. The only part of the Bronx that looked nice, and it didn't even look like New York, was City Island.
City Island.
City Island. There's a huge park, very quiet there. City Island, you can hear a pin drop. The residential area there is like all manicured and peaceful and quiet. All you see is marinas with boats, restaurants, seafood, and bars and clubs. It's really nice. But the
Is
rest
that
of
where
the
you took Ron to? You went to a seafood place?
Yeah, we went to Johnny's Reef. It's 75-year-old restaurant. Um,
He seemed to enjoy that place.
Let me tell you, it's the best fried calamari I ever had in my life, and the milkshakes there were pretty damn good. Yeah, he had booze, of course. He ordered. He had
He
jumbo
likes
shrimp salad
yeah,
with.
he likes seafood.
Yeah, I had the fried calamari with a extra large chocolate shake, and it was perfect. I
I
told
know he travels around a lot. He tries to go to all the baseball stadiums.
he's been
So
all over
he'd
the country.
been to the Bronx and Queens before.
Yeah, he's been to the Italian neighborhood. He wanted to take me to the Italian neighborhood in the Bronx, and we had flash floods. It was a terrible
Yeah,
thunderstorm.
yeah. The whole trip was kind of crappy, actually, right?
Yeah, the weather was really bad. What he should have done, only because he had to follow his itinerary.
Mm.
He couldn't break his itinerary. I said to him when he was by Alex in South Jersey, I said,
Yeah, yeah,
because Alex lives near Philly. I
yeah.
said
Which is pretty far away from.
2 hours. So I said to him, look, we're we're going to get hit with a really bad flash flood thunderstorm today.
Yeah.
I says, why don't you extra night, spend a night down in Alex's area, Cherry Hill, whatever the hell he's from. Spend an extra night, and then when you come up here, it'll be beautiful weather, and then we can do a lot of things. He says, "Oh no, no, I have a set schedule, my itinerary." I says, "Sure enough," and he was upset.
Well, yeah. The weather is whatever it is.
It is what it is. But now he's been all over the country. That I know.
Yeah. Yeah. He's been in every state.
I think
So he's been to the Bronx before.
I think he goes to the ballparks all
He
over.
goes to all the baseball
He's been
stadiums,
to
which
Camden.
is
He
that's
went
pretty
to
cool that he can do that.
Camden Yards in
Well,
Baltimore,
he's been to all of them, I think.
Chicago White Sox, Comiskey Park.
Hmm.
He's been
Yeah,
there.
that's
Uh,
pretty. That's like pretty impressive thing to do.
no, just think about it. He drove from southeast
And what does he? He
Louisiana.
always drives. He doesn't take the plane.
No, he drove from southeast Louisiana, and he insisted not to take any toll roads. He wanted
Oh,
to take
really?
He wanted to take all the back roads for free.
Really? That's what he does, huh?
And you know how
I guess he
far?
can because he's retired, so he's got
Yeah, but
time.
you know how much driving that is.
Yeah, it's a lot.
I would pass out just
But you know what? Also, you get to see, like, you get to drive through the towns and see what they look like instead of you're always just on the highway all the time.
yeah, like if he would have took a major highway, went east to I-90, got on I-95 north, uh, he would have saw stuff. But like you said,
Hmm.
he he didn't want to take the New Jersey Turnpike I-95. He took some back roads highway through Pennsylvania. So that's a lot of driving.
It's a lot of driving, but you get to do sightseeing. You get to see different
Yeah,
parts of each state.
but to drive, and he knew about the storm that was coming because his daughter told him. So you can't when it comes to the weather, you can't go by a rigid itinerary, a rigid schedule. Because I told him, you wait another day, and the weather will be perfect. It's supposed to be clear tomorrow. No, can't. He couldn't break it. So he came up. He says, "This is not fun.
So
This
what
is not fun. This is not fun." I
he
said,
went? Oh, he was upset.
he was upset. I says, "Ronald, you know, I'm sorry. I'm sorry about the weather, but there's nothing I can do about it. I mean, I don't know, I told you."
It's funny. I was actually up there visiting family at the same exact time, and
Yes,
I
yes.
was I was in the airport. I was at LaGuardia at 1 o'clock in the morning. They the I was supposed to take a flight out of there at like 10, but they kept delaying it because of this storm that was happening. Finally, at 1 o'clock in the morning, they just canceled it and they said, screw off. We don't care. You know, it was Frontier Airlines. It's like the worst airline ever.
Frontier Airlines.
And,
I
and I was screwed. It was the middle of the night, and I was stuck in Queens.
You know what happened one time? Remember Hurricane Andrew? You were probably,
Yeah, I was like a baby at the time.
yeah. I think it was
I know
Hurricane.
about it though.
There was
Yeah,
one.
Andrew was in the early '90s, like '92ish, I
Okay,
think.
okay. This is what happened. Hurricane Andrew's making its way north, and it's headed right for New Jersey, headed right for Newark Liberty Airport. Whatever was left of it, it wasn't a hurricane. It was like Tropical Storm Andrew.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, because
So
that swept through Florida and it destroyed a lot of
yeah,
Florida.
tropical storm. Not good weather to take off in a plane. So they had the Mexican. We were going to Cancun, so the Mexican pilot had an idea. He wasn't going to fly into the storm and fly south.
That's good.
The plane started shaking from the wind. The wings, everything is shaking. I'm going, what the fuck? What's going to happen? Everything's vibrating. So he takes off, and instead of flying towards the storm, into the storm, he flies west, and he breaks out of the storm, and he flies all the way to Cincinnati, Ohio. He said it was clear. He said, look out the window. There's Cleveland. There's Cincinnati. And then from Cincinnati, Ohio, he knew he was away from the hurricane, far away. And then he started going south towards the Gulf, towards Cancun.
Where
And
did he take off from? What airport?
Newark, Newark Liberty.
They I'm surprised they even let him leave.
I'm
Probably
su-
wouldn't. They probably wouldn't do that these days.
I'm surprised they didn't cancel the flights.
That's what I mean.
How could
These
how could
these days
anybody?
they probably wouldn't let him do it
I mean, how could they let anybody land or take off
during a hurricane.
during a hurricane that was really bad when it hit Florida? And so when it came up here, it was kind of like Sandy.
Yeah. Well, Sandy was pretty bad too, but they only called it a superstorm.
Well, was it category 1 or was it a little weaker than
No,
category?
it was a superstorm. By the time it hit New York, they wanted to call it a superstorm.
Well, Sandy did a lot of damage,
It
and
most definitely did. Yeah, I had no power for over a week.
well, yeah, and the Brooklyn's. I mean, some
Coney Island got
like
messed
Coney
up.
Island, it was all flooded out.
Anything on the South Shore got screwed up.
Yeah, yeah, and that
And
was
there's a theory that by the time it made it to New York, the federal government wanted to call it a superstorm instead of a hurricane, so that they didn't have to pay out FEMA money to New York.
okay.
I don't I don't know if that's so true. But I was there, and I can tell you,
I believe it.
it certainly seemed like it was a hurricane.
Oh no, it was bad. It was bad. Uh, um, um, oh god. Yeah, it devastated the Jersey Shore and
Hmm.
you
Yeah,
know
a
all
good
the
part of a good
tourists.
part of Coney Island got messed up. I know Jones Beach got screwed up.
Yeah, they had.
Anywhere that was on the South Shore of Long Island going into Queens and Brooklyn, all got. And it took them many years to rebuild over there.
Oh yeah, it didn't come. There was
No,
there
it
was no
wasn't that
business.
quick.
There was no business that year in the summer.
No, it's pretty messed up actually. And then people just didn't really care, like, because everybody hates New York. They think everybody's rich, and
Well, they think everybody's is sleazy and crooked,
yeah,
and
yeah, we're all like assholes.
yeah, if you go anywhere in the country and you and if they don't pick up your accent, if you dare tell them where you're from, then you got to hear the remarks.
Most of the time, yeah, I
Yeah.
don't care.
uh, Um. They. I remember when I was in. My aunt and uncle are from Maryland, right? So they lived on the Chesapeake Bay. They had money. They had a cabin cruiser. They had their own dock and everything. So at that time, that's when the Yankees bought Reggie Jackson from the Orioles because Reggie Jackson
Oh,
from the Oakland Athletics to the Baltimore Orioles before he went to the Yankees. And
what year was that?
I was
75,
I was
76?
I was pretty young. Then anyway,
77 was the year that he had the big season with the Yankees.
my Aunt Helen, she's natural. She's originally from Baltimore, so her side of the family was mad. They were saying, you damn rich teams like the Yankees that have to steal all of our good players because they liked Reggie Jackson and he
Yeah,
and then he went to because he had just gone to the Yankees,
yeah. Huh.
But
In 77, there was a theory that Reggie Jackson was the 44 caliber killer, the son of Sam, because his jersey was number 44.
really,
Yeah,
they actually thought it was him, not David
he, he
Berkowitz.
was one of the suspects.
Well, the Yankees have a tendency
They
to
didn't.
get,
They had no idea it was Berkowitz.
well, they have a tendency to get all of these superstars when they're old,
Yeah, well,
old geezers,
they
you know,
do.
yeah. I don't know if it's Brian Cashman that does this, but
Oh no, this goes back before Cashman.
yeah,
But
they pick up these
besides
geezers.
that, though, the Mets have a worse track record of those old people on the Yankees. The Mets pick them up and pay them all kinds of money, but by the time they make it to the Mets, they're not any good anymore.
Yeah, didn't Willie Randolph very briefly? play for the Mets?
I think so. But many ex-Yankees played for the Mets.
Yeah, they're like all crumbs, like leftovers.
Yeah, yeah, and it's annoying as a Mets fan that they do that.
From
They haven't been doing that over the past few years.
you know what the Mets
They've been
should do?
changing what they used to do.
The Mets should do what like what the Red Sox had when they first won the World Series, and what the Houston Astros had when they started winning, and what the Florida Marlins had when they won the first World Series. Get all all really top of the line players, triple A young guys from triple A farm leagues, and put together an exceptional young team, and not worry about spending a fortune.
Well, it's funny you say that because the oldest team in baseball this year is the Mets.
Really,
The oldest team, but it's also it has the number one payroll. They spent the most money than out of any other team,
more than the Yankees
more
spend.
than the Yankees. Yeah, I think the Yankees are like number four. The Mets are number one.
Now, this Giancarlo Stanton, I heard he's injured again. Like he always gets injured. Like last
Yeah, well,
year,
he's getting up there in age. To Stanton, his best years are definitely behind him.
yeah. I mean, he's not.
He was a killer when he was on the Marlins.
Oh yeah, 59 home runs that year.
Hmm.
It was and Judge couldn't was a little bit behind him that year, but yeah, he led the major leagues with 59 home runs. He's not going to see those days anymore.
No, no, definitely not.
I mean, he still has power, but he keeps on getting hurt all the time.
Yeah, yeah.
You
It
know,
happens to them all. Yes.
I heard Josh Donaldson is no spring chicken either.
Donaldson, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, he's hard to get along.
They can't get rid of Donaldson. He's been there for a while too.
He's hard to get along with, and he's always he gets hurt. Also, he's not
They
young.
all get hurt. They all get hurt.
Volpe is the
Volpe's a
kid's
new guy, right?
yeah, kid's doing a great job.
Yeah, they're
Really,
saying he's the next Derek Jeter.
Orlando or Cabrera, or not
Volpe is
Orlando.
from he's from Jersey. He
He's
grew up
from
a Yankee fan.
he's from New
That's
Jersey.
pretty cool.
Uh,
Pretty cool story there.
Oswaldo Cabrera is a really promising.
So you're a Yankees fan, right?
Well, I always liked the Red Sox, but
You like the Red Sox, really?
yeah,
Why would you like the Red Sox? You're from Jersey.
I don't know. I used to go up there a lot. I like the way Fenway
You've
Park.
been to Fenway?
Well, I like the area. I used to go up there every year. Me and my
You've never been to the Fenway though?
No, I just drove past it. Never been there. Ronald's been there, of course.
I'm sure he has. Yeah,
Yeah, Eric Fraunfelter.
yeah. He lives there.
That's a historic landmark. That's built
Of course it is. Yeah.
1912.
I think is Wrigley older than? Yeah, Wrigley's older than Fenway. Yeah,
No,
I think it is.
no.
I think Wrigley's 1903.
Wrigley's the second.
I could be wrong. I might be wrong.
Look it up. Well, Wrigley has
It's definitely between those two, though.
the brick. Well, they're different. They're very different ballparks.
Yeah, yeah. Fenway is like more crammed into the city, right?
You got the numbers were changed by people.
Yeah.
Green Monster. There's
Yeah.
still people behind there changing the numbers. Yeah, Wrigley had the brick wall with the ivy. The
Which
English
one
ivy.
was the one that had the organ during games? Where
I
they were
don't
playing the
remember
playing the
Yankee
organ?
Stadium having organists.
Yeah, but it's not an actual person, right? Not anymore.
Well, it used to be in the 70s. There was
No,
an
but
organist.
I think it might be Wrigley Field that they still do the organ like an actual person does it.
Comiskey Park It was an
Comiskey
old,
Park
was
is
pretty
not.
old. The
It's not
original,
that old.
well,
The original one. Yeah.
is pretty old, but it's in a shitty it's in the South Chicago,
Oh,
south side of
is
Chicago. It's in the ghetto.
South Chicago worse than the South Bronx? Which one's worse?
Oh, Chicago. You mean
Really?
gang stuff and homicides and shootings?
Yeah. So the South Bronx is pretty bad too.
Yeah, South Bronx
I
used to.
guess it's more cleaned up than it used to be.
Yeah, remember there was a movie called Fort Apache in the South Bronx?
Yeah. I never saw it, but I know about it. It's a true story.
Yeah,
Fort Apache was the only it was a precinct, and it was the only building left on the whole block because they burned all the other buildings down. And that's true. That's what they did in the 70s in the
you
Bronx.
remember
They
there's
burned all the buildings.
a video on YouTube where I think it might have been Ronald Reagan visiting the South Bronx,
Yeah, I think I told you about that, right?
and they were really hassling
And
him.
they were. I sent that to you. I
I
remember
think it
that.
was you that sent it to me.
They were giving him a hard time. It was in 1980 when he was campaigning. He gave it a shot. He went out
Well,
there and he did it.
I give him a lot of credit
He put himself out there.
for showing up.
But the reason why he did that was because 4 years before that, in '76, Carter went to the South Bronx to visit when he was campaigning, and he said, "I'm going to clean it up, and I will, we'll turn things around." So then, 4 years later, Reagan came by, and he said, "Carter was here, and like, do you see any difference?" And they didn't. It probably got worse.
Yeah.
But they weren't giving him a chance. He wasn't getting any votes over there.
Back then, my ex, one of my exes, we used to go to. She used to drive to Chinatown. I she knew I liked Chinatown. Mott Street.
Which one?
Yeah, by Canal Street. The Manhattan,
Okay.
lower Manhattan, Chinatown. So we'd be on the um, what is it? The FDR Drive. West Side, not the West Side Highway, FDR, the one that goes along the East River in Manhattan.
Yeah, it's FDR.
FDR Drive. There was like abandoned cars that were stripped to the bone, like skeletons of
Yeah,
cars that were
yeah.
totally stripped. It really
You know,
looked
the
terrible.
Polo Grounds used to be up in that neighborhood.
The Polo Grounds wasn't in Manhattan, actually.
It was in Manhattan. It was in Harlem.
It was. Oh, it was in Harlem.
Yeah, it was in Washington Heights.
I didn't know. I didn't know it was there.
Yeah,
Wow.
where'd you think it was?
That was the old New York Giants played there, right?
Yeah, the Giants played there until '57, I think.
Yeah, that was an old ballpark.
And
That,
then yeah, that one was built in 1911, I think. But there were previous Polo Grounds. The original one was built in the early 1880s. It was right north of Central Park. And then as they expanded Central Park, they moved the Polo Grounds further north, and that's why it went up to Harlem.
really?
Hmm.
Wow. Yeah, you would figure Central Park would be better to have them, and Ebbets Field was where the Dodgers
Yeah,
played.
but yeah, that was in Brooklyn.
Ebbets Field, and then the Philadelphia Athletics played at Shibe Park. Shibe. Connie Mack bought it. The owner of the Philadelphia Athletics bought the stadium and
They
changed
went from Philly to where'd they go after that?
the
Kansas
Athletics,
City,
Kansas City
and
Athletics,
then they went to Oakland.
and went to Oakland. But it's
Did you hear they just got a deal with going to Vegas? It went through.
oh, it can go through, but Las Vegas with all um, the
But
population they have now, they're running out of water.
Yeah. But so it's historic because that stadium that they're in Oakland currently, the Oakland Coliseum, it's like a dump, but it's the last multi-purpose stadium for football and baseball. So
So,
now that's gone. There's no more
so, so,
multi-purpose
no,
stadium.
so in other words,
It's a piece
Coach
of history gone.
Coach Madden and the old Oakland Raiders played there with the Athletics.
Oh yeah, you didn't know that? Yeah,
John
they
Madden.
um
Yeah.
they the Raiders were there. Um, okay, so I think they were together in like the 60s and 70s. The stadium was built in the 60s, and it was like a top of the line stadium for its time. But
Yeah.
back in the 60s, whenever they built a stadium, it was always multi-purpose with football and baseball.
Ken Stabler. A lot of,
And
a lot of,
then
a lot of big stars.
sometime in the 70s, the Raiders left Oakland and went down to LA.
Didn't work out.
It didn't work out, and then so for that period, the A's were up in Oakland by themselves, and they had a nice stadium. It had a nice view of like the mountains. When the Raiders came back from LA back to Oakland in the early 80s, they extended the bleachers in the stadium, so they made it like this huge thing, and they obstructed the view of the mountains, and it just made the stadium like this huge thing so they can fit more fans in. And it worked for a while when they had the fans coming, but by the time they got to like the 90s, I guess the stadium was just too huge. It had way too many seats, and the fans weren't coming anymore.
Well, Oakland became
So
a shithole.
so they eventually. I mean, now if you watch an Oakland A's game, they have the whole top tarped off, and it's been like that for many years because nobody's gonna go up there. So it's just tarped off.
Yeah.
So instead of the stadium having that nice view in the back of the mountains and everything, it has this big, ugly bunch of space up there with the tarp. So it really messed up the look of the stadium. And then the Raiders, they were there through like the 80s and the 90s, and then they left in. How long were they in Oakland for? I know they're in Vegas now, but
They were in Oakland for a long time.
for a while. So they went to Vegas in like
They should have.
2020.
They should have went to Portland, Oregon, or something. They,
I don't know. I don't know why teams are going to Vegas. Yeah.
they had, I mean, I'm serious. I mean, when Vegas, before the first hotel casino was built, the Flamingo, by the gangsters,
Yeah.
it was a bone dry
They
desert.
blew that up, right? They blew the Flamingo up.
Yeah. And the Riviera, I think, got taken down.
I've never been to Vegas, and I don't really have much of a desire to really go.
Well, I don't
You
care.
know,
I don't care
you know what I
about
mean?
seeing shows, and I don't care
No,
about
I don't
gambling.
care about gambling. I'm not a gambler.
But I do care about the buffets. But I'm not gonna go. I'm not gonna go there for the buffets.
I've heard people have told me that they like the dry air as compared to like the or the dry heat
Yeah,
compared to the humid heat like in Florida.
yeah.
But you don't
Arizona.
have to go to Vegas to experience that. You can
You
go
can go
somewhere
to
else.
you can go to Tucson, Arizona.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
um,
Have you ever been around that area?
I've only not Vegas. I've been to Baja. San Diego and Baja.
I think that considered the same type of heat, or it's different in
No, it's
California?
it's the Sonora Desert, like Arizona.
Okay.
Southern Baja, most of Baja is the Sonora Desert. There's
But
like
at least you have the Pacific Ocean close by.
right,
That's a little
correct.
different than being in the middle of the
And you
desert.
have the Sea of Cortez on one side and the Pacific Ocean on the other.
Hmm.
But it's dry. It's a nice dry heat. You don't
So
really
do you like the dry heat better than the
well
humid?
you don't really feel it as much as the humid heat.
Yeah, I've never experienced it before.
It's
I've never really been to the West Coast.
very comfortable. You don't feel sticky.
Hmm.
It's
Yeah.
it's really comfortable. The breathing, the how your clothes feel, and
You don't get all sweaty,
no.
sticky sweat.
Your sweat just evaporates as soon as it comes out.
It's interesting. I'd like to, I guess, experience it.
Yeah, Gabriel Solias, he grew up in that.
He lives in Arizona, right?
Yeah, he's from there, but he's outside of Phoenix,
Uh-huh.
but he's still part of the desert. Oh,
Yeah, well,
you know what else is
Phoenix is
fascinating
the desert.
about Las Vegas? The Area 51 with all the
Yeah.
mysterious
Well,
sightings.
that's in New Mexico.
No, it's Nevada,
Okay.
north north of Vegas, but there's an Area 52 which is in Utah desert. There's a desert in southern Utah,
And what's that? Area
Area
52.
52, but Area 51 is the famous one.
What is 52? Another alien? Then?
Mm, it's top secret classified. They got God knows what's there.
Why is 51 the more well-known one? That's
Oh,
supposed to be where like an alien plane crashed, right? A UFO
how
crashed there.
come? Yeah, well, that was Roswell, New Mexico,
That's
and
what I thought. Yeah,
but
that's why I said New Mexico.
there was many UFO crashes that
Well,
were.
why do they always crash in the desert? Why don't they crash in like New York City?
Yeah, how come they don't crash in somebody's backyard in Long Island?
Right?
You
It
want
always happens out in
listen,
the desert.
listen, I'm going to tell you something. It's going to make you laugh, but it's going to make you bewildered at the same time. I just clicked on the private chat,
Of what?
this show.
Okay.
Wait a minute, hold on for a second. Comments. Oh no, not private. Not private chat. Comments. All right. Let me catch up on the commentary. Sorry, people. Western Mike says, "Blessed armed forces. Think my peers were celebrating already." Is that Mr. Clean? Sorry, James. Might make it. Not sure. Jason, God bless Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. I already read that. 2024 and beyond. Roof is closing. It's raining again. It's better late than never, right? Joe Biden will go down in history as our greatest president. Who's a boozer? Who, me? I think events. James, your camera is blurry. No, it's not.
Why? Why? That's not the private chat. That's the public chat.
Public. I'm about to join you, Dick. Your camera looks fine. Ronnie said, okay.
Yeah, I didn't see a problem with your camera.
I don't either. I saw it. I saw the problem when I had autofocus on. Jealous of Florida. Who's jealous of Florida? Oh, Western Mike is? I guess he
Hmm.
doesn't like San Francisco. God bless Joe Biden. 4 more years. Dylan Mulvaney is an American icon. We need to do more for the what? The 2SLBGTQIA plus community. Okay, whatever that is. Trans rights are human rights, Jason says.
What are human rights?
They're trans rights. Mr. Clee, what did you do for the trans community today? He's funny.
Jason Cleveland likes to push buttons.
He's a ball buster. He's a button pusher. Ronald is reviewing Chardonnay. No,
So what?
Really? Ronald will review anything with alcohol.
Hey, you will.
How much Chardonnay have you drank today, Ronald Simpson?
Okay.
Oh my God! Better late than never. The
Jason
inflation,
Cleveland is a little weird. I think he's
the
a little weird.
the the Inflation Reduction Act is helping everyday Americans' life is more affordable under Joe Biden.
Now, how come
Affordable?
he doesn't say this stuff when he's on camera?
Affordable? Yeah, I know.
He's
Not
not that funny when
not if you're paying $2,500 for rent every month. I don't know. Biden is saving America.
hmm
John Fetterman will run for president in 2028.
What about 2024?
Yeah, but he's not he's decrepit right now. He doesn't
What's
look so
going on with that guy? Is he out of the hospital yet?
Miscellaneous is live. That son of a bitch. I knew it. I knew Miscellaneous is live.
How did you know that?
No, he's live Thursday, but he's live on Saturday with a Booze Hound show probably. San Francisco is a shit slide.
Hey, you have a lot of comments here. Are
I,
these old?
yeah, I kind of wasn't paying attention. Fetterman Veep first.
So hold on. So the difference of Jason and Western Michael is that Michael's serious.
Dylan Mulvaney is an American hero. They deserve to be awarded the
He already
National
said
Medal
that.
of Freedom. We need to protect the rights of the
He already said this.
LGBTQIA plus community. Oh, wait a minute. Was he repeating himself? Trans rights or American rights? Ronnie S., how much Bud Light are you drinking now?
None.
That's the last of it.
How can you see the timestamp on it to see how long ago that was?
The last one is 11:29 p.m. Oh, it's that late already?
That's recent, right? What time is it?
No. Um,
What
what
time
is,
you got over there in New Jersey?
the funny thing Jason said is to Mr. Clean, what have you done for the trans community today?
Yeah. I thought that Mr. Clean told a trans joke at Lowe's.
It was funny. I don't remember exactly what it was, but it
And he
was.
said it was about like
It has the Olympics.
okay.
You know,
That's not a bad joke.
because I was mocking the fact that they started adding so many frivolous, ridiculous sports, to the
They used to
Olympics.
have baseball in the Olympics. They took it out.
You know what? They had the international baseball competition before
But
spring, before
no, that
spring
wasn't the
training.
Olympics though.
Yeah.
That was the World Baseball Classic, and it was a pretty good tournament this year.
Oh, it's fantastic. Yeah.
Yeah, it was good. I enjoyed watching it.
One of the stars of Japan plays for the Red Sox. Yoshida, something like that. Well, the I understand. You know, I mean, Jason's at the ball game. I understand that, but Western Mike is he has a lot of commentary, but
Western Michael.
he decided to go solo on YouTube instead of come on the show. So maybe he craves the spotlight.
I don't think he has the spotlight though, because his nobody watches his videos.
For some reason he decided to go solo, and
If you look at them, it says one view.
yeah, yeah, or the other day he had two views. The point is that
It's you and Jason.
he's not a team player. He's not a team player. Otherwise,
You remember the time he was eating a salad and he was really loudly?
yeah. And the two women were saying, "Who the hell is that on your show?" He's got his mouth right up against the camera,
Yeah,
chewing like a horse. You know, he's got the
but
food.
I was actually watching the show,
He's
and
got the
it was true. You can hear him eating and eating
yeah. Yeah, I was on.
over what everybody else was saying.
I was going live on Facebook. I was on.
I think you had a guest on, right? Like a
Yeah,
fortune teller or something.
you know, she's an astrologer from Texas. She's from Corpus Christi, Texas.
And BC was on also, I think, at that time.
She has a big. She has a lot of parties. She has like. She's right on the Gulf of Mexico. She's got a big pool. She's got everything. A tiki
And
bar.
Michael was just eating a salad.
Yeah, he was chewing into the webcam,
And then when he finished the salad, he left.
and then he split. When he finished eating, he just split. Don Juan, and then he's gone. Well, anyway.
And the BC was there, I think. During that particular show, BC was still around.
Nah, we had the falling out way before that show.
I think BC was there.
We had the falling out when he found out that me and Jason were doing a print screen of his.
Yeah, but I think he hung around for a little while after that.
He's very. He feels that we're mocking him because he falls asleep during the show.
Do you still see him on the TikTok?
Oh, with the young lady.
Mm-hmm.
No, I don't see him anymore. He was at the TikTok with no shirt on. Some girl. He went live for.
Did he have a hamburger?
How the hell did he go? How did he go live? Because you need to have 1,000 followers on
Maybe
TikTok to be able to go live.
He might have it.
I can't picture him with 1,000 followers.
He does the beer reviews, so he might have 1,000 followers from that.
Yeah, I can't understand a word he's saying. You know who sounds drunk all the time? That old guy, Elbow, that's always on Ronald's show.
Mm. He's always on Ronald's show? I've never seen him on Ronald's show.
He has his own show where he plays the piano. And
yeah, I've seen that, yeah. But I have never seen him on Ron's show.
Yeah, he's been going on Fandango Friday.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. All right, Chief. I'm getting tired. I'm gonna. I think I'm gonna put the air conditioning on because it's starting to get humid from the rain.
It's about that time of year, man. Get that AC going.
Yeah. Well, I'm thirsty and maybe I can rustle up some vittles. So, all right.
All right, James.
Thank you.
Good to see you, man. I'll catch you.
I don't know what happened to the other people, but
who cares?
Thank you. Yeah. Thank you, Mr. Clean, Ronnie S., Jason Cleveland's commentary, Western
Goldsmith.
Hilton. I'll give you a partial thank you because you went off and did your own thing. All right. Bye. I'll be on tomorrow with the Commodore.
Yeah, I don't know about tomorrow. Sundays are tough for me.
Yeah, I'll do. Well, you're at poolside.
Well, yeah.
I'll do.
Maybe I'll try. You know what? I should try to do that thing I was saying with my phone, where I'll use Google, the Chrome browser, see if it works.
Listen, if you are able to use Google Chrome with an iPhone, and the iPhone leaves it alone and just lets it be.
Yeah, it doesn't break away like StreamYard or you know.
It'll work. It'll work. So
If not, yeah, we'll see what happens. We'll give it a shot.
Is there a USB plug?
Yeah, I'm sure I could find one. Yeah.
By the poolside.
I think I could find one.
Yeah, well, just get your. What do? You bring a cooler with cold beers or something to the pool.
No, I don't bring a cooler. Um,
And
I
then
go back and forth to the apartment and
how
pick a
far
few up at a
how
time.
far of a walk is the pool to the?
2 minutes.
No, so you go
Yeah.
back and forth. That's how you bring. That's all. All right, cool. All right,
Yeah. So
we'll
what
see
do you
how
do at 3 o'clock?
3 p.m. Yeah,
Okay. All right.
but
Yeah, I'll
it's
let you know. I'll talk to you in the
yeah,
messenger.
but it's like a hangout show. It's not a. There's nothing real serious. We just man cave, guy talk.
Mm-hmm.
That's all.
Okay. All right.
All right. Thank you.
All right. See you, Jim.
I'll see you.